TJ, you and I thought should have been called for traveling. Should never have been actually allowed to count.
Look, by the way, the law of the land says.
That said, though, Derek Queen was gathering and took 2 steps.
Ba-boom.
And that's all that Maryland cares about, because this kid has been a revelation for the Maryland Terrapins, who have just been gutted, but one buzzer beater after another. From the Big Ten tournament to a bunch of games in the regular season, closing out the season. Derek Queen and the Maryland Terrapins advancing, refusing to be bounced by the 12-seeded Colorado State Rams is our Sleep Number Play of the Week. Ryan Radke with a call on Westwood One of Queen calling checkmate.
Gets it up top to Queen, dribbling left, big step down the lane, runner for the win, baked it in! He baked it in! He baked it in! And Maryland has won! Maryland is going to the Sweet 16!
Great call. Great call.
Love it.
Great call.
Love it.
Sleep better together. Sleep Number's smart beds start at only $999. Get your Sleep Number smart bed exclusively at a Sleep Number store. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. And that's our play of the week. Nice. And our statement of the week was made during the commercial break. Mike Del Tufo, your takeaway from the Michael Johnson conversation is?
Having been a state close champion runner in cross country.
A state what champion?
State is very close to state champion.
Okay.
As you can get.
You were a state champion adjacent in New Jersey.
And I will say this. He's 100% correct. Like, you can't. Tyreek is the fastest man on the field in football. He's not a runner. And having been a distance runner, I used to get away from people where they would never catch me once I got away. And in saying that, I'm not fast. He's not. There's no way Tyreek can beat. There's no way.
Can beat Noah Lyles.
Not a chance. I would put everything I own on
Noah Lyles.
Yeah.
What do you think by 10 meters, too? He'd cross 100, and Tyreek would be getting to 90 meters.
I think that's probably accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, I would take Michael Johnson's word for it, obviously.
Yeah.
But how often on the football field is Tyreek in a 100-yard absolute sprint away from someone?
Right.
That's right, because he's faster than most.
I just love his reaction.
I love you, Mike. When you ran cross country, let's see, how old are you?
It's 40 years.
He's 59 now.
45 years ago.
No, come on.
Running is running.
Yeah.
Running is running.
Sprinting is not running 3 miles through the woods.
Listen, I think there's no question about it that it's a craft that Tyreek Hill would be wading into deep waters, and take it from a 4-time gold medalist and a championship adjacent state guy.
There we go. Came in second. Maybe
when
third.
You say championship adjacent New Jersey, you're talking about Pennsylvania?
No.
How adjacent?
Another team beat us.
New York?
You're the best, Mike.
I love it.
At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, get deals so right, it almost feels wrong. Now's the best time to get that Hyundai car or SUV you've always wanted. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty and 3 years or 36,000 miles of limited complimentary maintenance. Don't think you can get away with all that? Think again. But don't wait. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event is going on now. So visit your local Hyundai dealer today. It's a great day for a new Hyundai.
Empower. Nick bought a new guitar, a 62 American Classic Electric. Does he know how to play? No. But Nick's Empower investment account has performed well. He got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a really, really, really good guitar.
Ready to play a little kickball? Robbie's Clubhouse, a place for special needs adults and children, will host their annual kickball tournament on Saturday, April 26th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Sarah Law Softball Complex located on Reedy Branch Road in Winterville. Come join the fun while helping the special needs community by joining us as a friendly kickball. To register a team, visit eventbrite.com and search Robbie's Clubhouse or call 252-916-9117. And we'll see you Saturday Saturday, April 26th.
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. If you're looking for a vehicle just at the low end of the price scale, you can get that. And if you're looking for a high-end vehicle, you can get that late model, high-quality car, truck, SUV, basically for anybody at any price range.
That's right. We communicate with people all the time looking for something like that, and we stay in contact and find the exact vehicle that they want to fit their needs.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. Go online at driveherenow.com.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit elitepoolsnc.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
UBE and Pireware.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at pirateware.com. Go Pirates!
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Hey, Jared, how much of that cake did you eat yesterday?
How much did you eat?
Claude Lemieux, he is the brother of this famous hockey player.
Pepe Le Pew.
What in the world?
This is why Cliff makes the big bucks. He's the king of Greenville. This is why right here, right?
He's a great communicator.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Please call in and air your underwear.
Bro, what are we doing here?
Bro.
Just a bunch of dudes sitting in a room talking into sticks, man.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smiles and glory holes. Very low percentage.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in. No Clip Brock today. He is sick, but I am filling in. J-Bone here for Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday, March 25th. Thanks for joining us. Got a lot of great guests today, a lot of great stuff. We'll be recapping Pro Day, which was this morning. We got the chance to talk to Rajay Harris, Winston Wright, and Savone Revel, so we'll hear from them. Also, ECU baseball on the road, headed to Duke. We'll talk to the Mully Man in the first segment about that. And we also got an interview with Coach Mack coming up in hour number 2. Harper, an interview we recorded last week. We got that where he'll be talking some NFL. He's picking his favorite team. And so we'll have that for you. And also hour 3, Pirate Radio Outdoors with Bryce Williams and more ECU baseball talk with Brandon Manning. We got Ellerby to the left. What's up?
What's up, J-Bone? How you doing over there?
I'm very nervous, but we're good. We're getting it done.
You seem like you're doing really good.
Yeah, I mean, I've hosted a show before, just not to this magnitude.
Well, okay. Well, let's welcome our other guests. Yes, and then hear about your other hosting duties.
Yep, we got Mully Man in the studio. Buddy. How's it going?
Dude, you're killing it. You're doing great.
Appreciate it.
So, listen, it's kind of funny you were mentioning the Harper fandom thing. I was thinking about that the other day because I kind of put the reverse psychology as it relates to the Packers on him, and I was kind of wondering where he was with that. Is that a progress report of his seeking of fandom? Is that what's coming up?
I think he's knocked out about like 14, maybe around like half the league. And okay. I feel like he's probably going to go Steelers or Packers.
Okay.
Somebody close to home, prestigious. Shirley's bringing in the board right now.
This is going to ruin the tease, though, for later. So we can see it now. But
well, I'm not going to mention anybody he took off
this week.
Yeah. But let's see. Obviously, like Cleveland is out. Nobody wants to.
Who's left? Well,
who is left?
Is it like the Packers and the Steelers are left?
Yeah, Packers, Steelers are left.
Any other?
The Buccaneers also seem like a team he'd pick just because he's a big uniform guy, and I think like he would like their uniforms. But
that's an interesting uniform.
Yeah,
I mean it's not bad, but
party.
I guess and he's still he could still land somewhere. So he may need to hold up, expressing his desire to hitch his horse to any wagon until he finds out whether or not one of those wagons want to hitch to him.
It's funny because he keeps bringing up, he keeps eliminating West Coast teams because he's like, I want to be able to watch them. And it's like, do you think they just don't air Seahawks games? You can watch all the games.
Well, now, to his point, though, you got to be dedicated to watch that. I mean, it's a different... It's a different viewing experience, but
only when they're on Sunday night or Monday night.
That's right.
Or Thursday night, which is,
you just named 3 of the possibilities.
Yeah, but I mean, your other teams could be on the Thursday. I mean, the East Coast team could be on Thursday.
You're right.
I mean, so it doesn't really matter if your team's good. You're going to be in the primetime.
That's
games.
Right.
We were telling them it's if you want your team to be televised all the time, you shouldn't have eliminated the Panthers or Cowboys.
That's exactly right. He could get all that he wanted.
Yeah. But, yeah, we'll get a progress report from him later on in the show. ECU baseball headed out to Duke. Mully, what are your thoughts on the series sweep against Memphis?
I mean, it was a good sweep. It's been a good run for a while. A little hiccup in there with Wilmington. It's kind of, we've talked about it before on the show, and the schedule has come back. It's much more of a level playing field. You're not facing nationally ranked teams, and I think it has given this group a chance to kind of find their stride. I mean, that 5-game set between the sickness that they were dealing with as a club and being a little bit banged up, that 5-game set was probably right opponent, right time, and they did exactly what they were supposed to do with those 2 opponents. I mean, offensively just exploded on them, and so you fast forward into opening of conference weekend. I'll be honest with both of you. I had seen Memphis play a couple times and try to see everybody that I'm going to cover. And I thought these 2 teams would be very, very equally paired. I did feel like the Pirates going to be a little bit more offensive, and primarily because, Memphis is rolling a guy out there at the time coming in, hit 108 in the second baseman. The shortstop, Creek Robertson, comes in hitting, 210. So you take those 2 guys and, all of a sudden you're like, well, they definitely skew the batting average. So I thought the first 2 games played out about as expected for me. The third game, I really would have liked to have seen Memphis' Sunday starter, he got sick, so he was, couldn't go. But again, the Pirates did what they needed to do against subpar pitching in that third game. The storyline going in and the storyline coming out were the same, but maybe 2 different faults. Going in, it's like, okay, can the East Carolina bullpen be the good bullpen that we've seen and that we saw this weekend, or was it going to be the somewhat shaky bullpen that we've seen 50% of the time? So it's so funny, man, when you're looking at the stat pack and you look at the lines and you look at these bullpen arms and you're going, ERA is like crazy low, strikeouts are crazy high, team batting average against is crazy low, and then there's that W column, the BB column, and you look over there and the walks just seem to buoy the rest of the stats and kind of skew the numbers. So, but the bullpen was great. Starting pitching was really good, timely offensively. I know Coach Godwin got a little frustrated with missing some signs, and so, made a change, put Coach Palumbo back at first, and he went back to third. And quite frankly, it did have a little different energy to me with him at third, and some of that is his willingness to implore the fan base to get behind him and different things. So when you saw a few more fake bombs and you saw some more Cliff Godwin signature type things than you did with Coach Palumbo over there. But, I think all in all, super positive weekend. Big one tonight from an RPI standpoint because the RPI in the conference doesn't bode well for improvement. And then, you're going to have to factor in what happened and who VCU and William and Mary lose to. So big one tonight RPI-wise, and then you go into Rice, who's just scuffling. And I will tell you, I watched them play too Saturday night, and they are not the Rice of old. I mean, not even. It's almost hard to believe that that's Rice.
So the shift has been drastic since David Pierce taken over?
No, they're just
is the talent
they're
level,
bad.
They're bad.
The Jose Cruz Jr.
They're bad. They
was not able to get.
I don't know that they recruited a player. Like, it's almost like, did y'all just have camp and go, hey, listen, kind of like this kid, we'll keep him. Like, I mean, they are greatly lacking. Quite honestly, and I mean, this is bold. I didn't think their pitching was any better than Bill and Mary's.
Dang.
And positionally, it's just not. I remember Rice coming in here, as you do, that had, first rounder at third, a first rounder on the mound, a first rounder in center field. Now, that's been a minute, but they are just not there. And you had a pro guy in there that was a legend around those parts, and you would have thought just by that he would have brought some guys in that would have been serviceable. But this crowd that I watched them play FAU, and I watched about 5 innings, and I was like, man, this is bad. Now, they did beat FAU one game.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
which can't happen. I mean,
there's no question about it.
Tennessee was 20-0, and they lost to East Tennessee State.
Oh yeah, listen. There's so many fluky examples.
So when you look at this East Carolina baseball team as they head into this week, and you look back and reflect on what this team has done so far this season, what do you think they need to start doing? What do you think they need to stop doing? And what should they continue doing as they move forward over the next few weeks?
Well, I mean, they put up some runs in spurts, and that's been obviously very positive. Colby Wallace has gotten hot at the plate. Braden Burris has figured some things out at the plate. Trammell had a big weekend. The lack of free passes given by the pitching staff this weekend was obviously largely positive. The biggest concern is you go into that Sunday game and, 3 errors. And, the Peltier error in center field was just, it's kind of fluky. It definitely was an error. I am not saying it was on the exchange, because anybody that listened to the broadcast, as soon as it happened, I went, man, he just dropped that ball. I mean, he never had it. But honestly, and not to point fingers, but Boucher's got to play a little better shortstop. He had 2 very routine balls on Sunday that it almost felt like a mental lapse. And he struggled at the plate for the weekend, 3 strikeouts on Saturday. I don't know how much of that he's carrying to his defense. And so, in answer to your question, I think, hey, keep throwing strikes. Keep eliminating the free pass. Stay within the offensive approach, and I'm not talking about hitting home runs and different things. Stay within the approach that they work so hard on. It's working, right? It's doing what it needs to do, but you got to clean it up in certain spots defensively. And I still think the outfield is still a question mark. I don't think Braxton Tremmell's going to win a Gold Glove in left. So that may rear its head at some point. I don't know what you do. Riley Johnson is kind of in a test out period to see if he may be able to make it back. And the word is, you could potentially see him this weekend, or you could potentially not see him again for the rest of the year. They're kind of at that point where, he could redshirt, get a medical. So, you still look at Towers, the arm that nobody's seen, the kid from Loyola, left-hander. Word is he may be rounding out, and you may see him before long. I don't know where Antolik, the Texas A&M transfer, still kind of up in the air. And then you got Sean Jenkins is a little bit of an anomaly right now, right? Like, he was all, so heralded and is still really, really good. Don't get me wrong. But I promise you, and I've said this, and people probably think I'm crazy, but I saw him in the fall at 94 to 96 with some consistency. It wasn't just a one time he hit 96 in one outing. There was some consistency in those numbers. So he came out of the pen the other day. People are going to ask, why D'Lo and then go to – I don't know. That was Coach Godwin's plan, I guess. But he was really competitive out of the pen, still didn't have the big fastball, but was good.
You think it was just to give him just a different perspective of the game? But
you can ask me 1,000 different. Do you think it was this? I've never seen it like that before, where you go one inning and D'Lo's clean for the inning. I mean, he gives the he did have some traffic, but he gets out of there with a goose egg, and so you're like, he's barely on the mound, and I'm kind of looking down. I'm like, is somebody throwing in the pen? And I didn't say anything on the air because I'm thinking somebody's just getting work. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, hey, the game just started. Somebody's just down there tossing. They're getting their side work in. And lo and behold, it's Sean Jenkins. And next thing you know, they roll him out there. I don't know, but whatever it was, Coach Godwin had a hunch and he went with it. And that's the way it is. And I would be very surprised if he probably didn't have another bullet in the chamber in the event that it did work out for Jenkins, and he would have made the move fairly quickly. But Jenkins went out and performed well.
Yeah, and he talked about post-game Sunday that, like you said, even if it didn't go the way he thought, he said like Ethan Young could have came in, gave him an inning. Jake Connor still had some pitches to throw. So, yeah, he had a plan. But Saturday, it was a shock to me walking up to the lineup thing and seeing Lance Williams pitching. Were you shocked to see
No. So you got to remember, man, he's towed the bump a couple times in starts before.
Yeah.
And he's normally a 50-pitch guy as to what he's been to this point. So that was my guess going in. Now, I didn't know, Zayak, I don't know exactly what his status is. He's had some short starts lately. I don't know if it's just a performance issue, or I have no idea. So I was kind of thinking maybe you get him on Saturday or Sunday. But no, Lance Williams was the next natural one to me. He's an older freshman. He had some elbow issues out of high school. Was a big draft guy. Had some issues. Kind of delayed his coming into college. So he is a dude that is a little more mature, a little older. I mean, he did a nice job. He did a really nice job. But no, I wasn't terribly surprised by that. I didn't know if maybe you see Moran on Sunday. He seemed to have had some bullets left from his midweek outing. So, but again, man, being a coach myself, and it's hard when you're on the other side of the fence and you're trying to guess along with the coaches. You just don't know what conversations are being had in the locker room, in the bullpen, around the ballpark, day in, day out, to just find out, where your guys are and who can go.
Speaking of being a coach, you got a game tonight. Conley Rose.
Yeah, the kids have a game tonight. I'll just be there kind of hanging out.
Yeah, well, you'll be there in the Conley dugout because you're a part of their program. But what any thoughts as you head into that game? Is this a game that you throw the records out because these two rivals get together?
Well, you don't throw the records out when both teams are 7-1 or 8-1, whatever we are. And people ask, what's your record? I know we've lost one game. I don't know if we've played. I don't know if it's 7 wins or 8 wins, and I'm sure the Rose crowd's much the same. I mean, listen, these kids are all really good friends. They spend a tremendous amount of time together. They play together in different circumstances. They've grown up playing together, but it's a big deal for them. And I look at our team, and we're young. We're young in a lot of spots, and we've got a lot of guys. This will be their first experience in the Rose Conley, at this level. And man, with East Carolina on the road, and the weather's great. I fully expect it'll be kind of elbow to elbow out there, which will be again be a lot of fun, electric for the guys. It's kind of interesting too. I just saw something earlier. PBR just released their Power 25 for the state, and you've got us being D.H. Conley and Rose and South Central all in the top 15. So again, people in Greenville and Eastern North Carolina may be a little bit spoiled by how good the baseball is. And again, tonight you're going to have two really talented teams play each other. It may or may not be the greatest game you've ever seen because these are young dudes that they're going to have adrenaline unlike they typically have. It'll be at a whole different level no matter how many times we tell them, hey, take a breath or whatever. But you got a lot of young guys. They're going to be super excited to get out there and play. And I know the community will turn out, and hopefully everybody just recognizes and realizes that they're looking, quite frankly, at two teams that could both make deep runs into the state playoffs and even play for state championships because you have 4A and 3A. So, it's a pretty special deal.
It's really fun, the quality of baseball. I mean, you mentioned South Central too. They went
really
to the
good
state finals last year, and
and we talk about those three, but man, Aiden Grifton's got a great program, and Farmville Central's got a great program, and they're working really hard at North Pitt to get that turned back around to where it was when Coach Meadows was there. But it's crazy. I mean, go over to Farmville Central and you're gonna see two Division I commits right there. So it is. I mean, go over to the middle school games and you go watch Hope play or Epps play or whoever. It's the slogans, these things. All these cliches stand the test of time because they are ultimately true. And Greenville baseball does just mean more. I mean, it truly is very, very important in this community.
I never forget going to my son's first Little League practice when he was just joined the team, and I was at Elm Street, and I was, and I got there, and they started doing batting practice. And Joe May was on his team, who's one of the players at Farmville Central, who's going to UNCW, and Trey Williford was also on that Little League team. So two guys that are both going to UNCW, but somebody was hitting, and it was Joe May. It ended up being Joe May, and the ball was just violently going off Marvin's Mini Mart, and I was just like,
one after the other.
I was like, whose brother's down there like hitting? I was like, this is like a phenom down here.
Is that a middle school kid?
So the talent spread out around the county for high school athletics, and it doesn't surprise me that Joe and Trey, and of course Trey is Larry Williford's son. He's just an outstanding pitcher, are going to UNCW. So it's really cool to kind of see a lot of the kids go from Elm Street to high school, and then beyond that we can follow them in college as well.
There'll be parents out there, and this is kind of where where you get a little nostalgic. There'll be parents out there tonight that just kind of like you're describing, that their kids played over at Elm Street together, same teams, and now they're on two different teams. How long's it been since they've been able to sit together and watch their kids play? But now it's kind of the old house divided deal. You may have a cheering interest on either side, but you can't help but to cheer for the kid that you watch grow up. So, I mean, I think there's a lot of that. And sometimes, quite frankly, there is that fandom, that group that really may get a little carried away with the fact that it's Rose and Conley or Carolina and Duke, or
there's always a win at all cost crowd,
right? And so it's sometimes we kind of have to put this in perspective and recognize that this is a privilege as a fan, as a coach, to get to watch this. It's a privilege as a player to get to play in it. This isn't a got to. This is a get to. You get to experience this, and very rare. I mean, I grew up in Charlotte, man. Baseball rivalries. Now at West Charlotte, playing football and basketball, tons of rivalries, but baseball rivalry non-existent. It didn't matter. I mean, it's just another baseball game. So, kind of a cool thing that we get to experience tonight. And again, I know both sides are probably super amped up about it, really excited, and I look forward to the experience for the guys. I just hope it's a good game. I hope it's super competitive, and and it comes down to maybe a diving catch or a big strikeout or something towards the end of it.
Yeah, and I know you got to run soon, so we'll transition into a little March Madness. You get to watch any basketball this weekend?
But in little glimpses, and we would get updates, and the Carolina game. Hey, Carolina's getting killed, and then Carolina's back to within 2, and then Carolina's down 5. So that one, and I do have a rooting interest with Creighton. Very good friend of mine is an athletic administrator there, and so I watched them, and I was like, hey, we were texting back and forth. I guess that was Thursday was their first game. We're texting back and forth while I'm eating lunch, and it's like, hey man, the guys look good, blah blah blah, and then next game they get Auburn, and it is what it is. But
how's your bracket? Are you in the pool here?
No, man. A clip was like, hey, Mully, just get a bracket and fill it out. And honestly, man, this time of the year, if I got a time to fill out a bracket, I probably got time to do something else that I need to do. So it's I don't. I didn't get in one. I don't have a single bracket out there, so my bracket's perfect.
Do you have a rooting interest left in the tournament? Or are you like you've got to have like somebody or rooting against anyone left in the tournament?
No, I think Florida to me is really interesting. Auburn is, but the thing I hate about that is it's like, here we go, SEC again. It's like it doesn't matter what the sport is, you can't get away from them. I mean, we opened up this past weekend, probably in the first or second inning, and we were looking at matchups around the country kind of thing, and they were like, oh, there's 8 top 25 matchups this weekend. Well, shoot, like 6 of them were SEC conference series, so it's like the SEC I don't know, SEC biased or SEC whatever. It's almost
they figured it out. They're going to take 50% of everything.
Well, I mean I'm waiting on hockey. When do they go SEC hockey? I mean, so
hey, coming soon. Auburn is your national champion.
I think we're a little far from that, but
hey man, I don't know if you're a kid that's up northeast and you're like, hey, come down to sunny Florida and.
I don't even know if they have hockey teams, do they?
Well, no, but they can start one. There's nothing that prevents that crowd from doing just about whatever they want to do.
Yeah, all the kids from Minnesota going down to play.
Can you imagine
for Florida and Alabama hockey?
I mean, can you imagine? Think how big at one time ECU club hockey was here, man. It was a big deal. I mean, I remember you and I, and so we would go to games occasionally and watch. They were fun. It was so. I mean, who knows? Those guys could do whatever they want to do, and it would be just another TV deal that they could blow the water out or blow out of the water way higher than anybody else.
Yep. All right. Good stuff, Mully.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for coming in, sitting in on this segment as always.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm here for you, buddy.
Appreciate it. All right.
If you need to call me later, call me later. We'll do another.
Can you do
minutes.
BP and
I can put a some headset, some earbuds in, or AirPods, AirPod, whatever they are.
All right. We'll appreciate it.
Shirley's got.
I was going to say, Mully, if you could you give us a D.H. Conley baseball preview? Oh, did you already do that already?
You went full Chandler there.
Oh, my gosh.
And you know what's really bad? Chandler just told me I pulled a Chandler.
Yeah. I mean, it was only about 15 minutes, so
I apologize. Well, first of all, I was doing things over here, and then I get a text message saying, hey, could somebody ask Mully to give a preview? And I was like, okay, yep, put it in my brain.
Hey, I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. We play tonight at 6:30. JV goes at 4, 6:30 varsity. Both teams are really good. It should be a big time.
We even talked Farmville baseball. I'm surprised that didn't perk your ears up.
No. I heard the Farmville part.
We mentioned Farmville. I figured Shirley would be.
No. I got that part. It was the Conley Rose thing that I wasn't paying attention to.
Honestly,
but the Farmville part I got.
As good as baseball is in this area at the high school or the amateur level, even obviously East Carolina now, we could literally bring back the dugout from back in the day.
Yeah.
And there's so much like local baseball to talk about it. You could fill an hour a week easy.
Time to do it.
Yep. All right. Well, let's take a break. We'll be right back with hour 1. We'll check in with the chat gang and get a pro day recap. So we'll see you right after the break.
That's what I do, J-Bone.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
We're inside the Pirate Radio studios with our friends from QC Kinetics. Don, why should people use QC Kinetics?
So QC Kinetics, we're the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. So we've helped about 50,000 patients get back to an active and pain-free life without surgery, without drugs, and without downtime. We leverage your body's own natural growth and healing properties to not only repair damaged tissue, but generate new.
Don, give us the number.
252-765-PAIN. 252-765-PAIN.
That's QC Kinetics.
Enjoy the warm air, circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. And on the last Sunday of every month, Doug Henry is open. Your weekend just got a little easier when you're looking for a car because you can shop at Doug Henry of Greenville on Sundays. Visit Doug Henry for the biggest selection of used cars. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Mention Pirate Radio for $500 off any vehicle. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Go Pirates!
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird for my friends at Shimmer Boutique. New spring arrivals are here from all your favorite brands like Kinder Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and a lot more. Shop now at shimmerboutiqueonline.com and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is your place to get your very own Parker Bird shirt, available in youth and adult sizes. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
Hi, this is Christy Conway.
Hi, this is Tracy Ayers.
It's a great time to list your home for sale with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate. It's a low inventory market. Right now, Pitt County is experiencing a shortage of homes on the market, especially at certain price points. Currently, there's only about 2.5 months of home inventory available, with the average sales price sitting right at $300,000. Visit our website, encpiraterealty.com, to connect with our experienced team of agents.
Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio, bringing you the best content on air and on digital. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Overtime Tavern is now open on Charles Boulevard. You can come in for great food, cold drinks, and all the game day action. Swing by and try their Philly cheesesteaks, glizzies, mouth-watering burgers, and delicious wings. They are open until midnight, Sunday through Thursday, and they're open late until 3 a.m. on the weekend. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern. And Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store, serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. Country Mart is open every day, and they have 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's J-Bone.
Thank you, Shirley. All right, yeah, we're back. J-Bone here, filling in for Clip. He is out today, load management. This morning, Pro Day, ECU spring football is now in effect. Practice just got underway. Chandler and Jenny are out there, and we'll get some words from Chandler on practice coming up later in the show. And also later we'll have Coach Mack and Harper in Hour 2, and Bryce Williams and B-Man, Brandon Manning, in Hour 3 with Pirate Radio Outdoors. Recapping Pro Day with Bryce Williams, his experience with Pro Day, and also talking about ECU baseball, who was on the road at Duke with Brandon Manning. Ellerby, when was the last time you went out to a Pro Day?
I know I definitely remember when Zay Jones did his, but that's been a minute. And I think I don't know if I've been out to one in the last few years. I don't know if maybe I went out to Holton's.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the case, but they're fun. Well, it was in the stadium today, so that I'd never been to one in the stadium. How was that experience? Have you been to a pro day before?
No, this is my first one.
So you don't know any different?
No, I was talking to some people and they're like, yeah, just same old stuff, and I was like, well, I mean, if you've been here 5, 6, 7 years, it could probably get a little boring and old. But first time out there, I had a ball. I love the NFL draft, so just to see that kind of stuff, see some scouts, saw Raider Scout, that was pretty awesome. Saw him talking.
Did you give him your card?
No, I didn't want to talk to any of the scouts, but I saw him talking to Savone, so maybe Savone can slip on down early second round, and the Raiders can pick him up. And we got the chance to talk to Savone. We'll play that interview later, and we also got a chance to talk to Rajay Harris, and he looked pretty good out there. We posted some videos on social media. Did you see any of them?
Yeah, lots of good stuff on our social. A few cuts of the interviews we're going to run during this program, and then a lot of the guys. That is the one thing I do appreciate, especially as I'm getting a lot older, is those guys that they put in the work, and they're doing those 40s. They're doing the drill. Were they doing the drills with the cones and stuff? So yeah, I mean it's fun to watch those guys because it is their moment, and it's how many scouts were out there today?
Oh man, I'd say not one for every team, but there was like 20 out there. And by the way, Scott Fritterer, former Panthers GM, was out there. He's now an executive scout for the Commanders.
Oh, really?
So that was not a familiar face, but somebody I'm familiar with. I saw there.
Him.
Yeah, Chandler spotted him, pointed him out, and I was like, well, Chandler, do you want to go speak to him? And he's like, no. Yes, Scott Fritterer, not popular in Charlotte, but it was just a nice first experience. Saw Harper out there running the 40. That was fun to see.
Let's give me a recap of Harper here, because we're going to get to Harper in Hour 2, which is kind of interesting that he's going to be eliminating NFL teams, and I think that would be real interesting if one of the teams he eliminates ends up like signing him as a undrafted free agent or something to come try out. But how was Harper? Speed.
I mean, for a long snapper, his 40 was pretty impressive, and the cone drills pretty impressive, but the snapping was top notch as always. Got to see him snap a few balls, not a lot. I didn't get to see his actual workout in front of the scouts, but just what he was doing off to the side was pretty good stuff.
Do you get to interact with? I know we're going to get to Rajay in a second. Did you get a chance to talk to him any off mic?
No, I kind of just stayed away, let the players do their thing, stay focused, locked in. But it was fun to see current players. Like I saw Anthony Smith out there and a lot of former teammates of the players out on the field cheering them on. It was just fun to see because they got practice coming up, and I think one of the 3 players that we interviewed, they were just like, well, it's just nice to see these guys because you think they would be getting prepared for practice, but they really just wanted to show their support for their former teammate and friends out there on the field.
What about, I'm sure you saw Blake Harrell, his staff was out there as well.
Yeah, I don't think I saw John David. I don't really think I saw any of the coordinators, but Blake Harrell was out there walking around, talking to a few players. Keaton Mitchell was out there talking to Rajay Harris and Savone Revel. That was pretty nice to see. I'm trying to think if anybody else was out there.
That's pretty cool to have a pro at Pro Day.
Yeah, and Rajay Harris even talked about it, some advice that Keaton had gave him, Savone as well. And it really just go out there, be yourself. Don't really get too much in your head. And Shirley, do we have Rajay Harris ready? And we'll hear from Rajay Harris right now on what he had to say after his Pro Day workout.
All right, Rajay, how you think you went out there today?
I feel great, man. I got to give all the glory to God, man, and my family and friends, man, just to come out to support me. Drove 5 hours, man, and just come support me. I feel great. I just got to give all the glory to God, man.
Hey, how you doing? Great. kind of, I guess, preparing for this moment all season since you
Yep.
got done? So, like, I don't know, what's it like getting out here and really realizing your dream for this stuff?
Well, man, it's great, man. I remember throwing the ball in the backyard by myself, man, and just coming out here living my dream, man. It's definitely great, man. Just seeing all these teams come out here, man, just to, give us a shot, man. That's all I need is a shot. I just need a pinky in the door, man. And they came out. Hopefully I did what I did to give me a shot, man. Like I said, man, give God the glory.
Do you remember the moment that kind of NFL dream started for you in your childhood?
Yeah, man, watching my dad. My dad was a 4.2 guy up there at Spartan High, man. So I always knew that I had it in my genes. I just knew I had to go out there and do it, man. And God already had the story written. I just had to go out here and perform, which I think I did. So give him the glory.
When preparing for the day, what did you want to focus on the most?
My vertical and my 40. They wanted to see my 40, see how fast I was, which I think I did a pretty good job in running my 40. I don't know the times, but I really think I did a great job on my 40, man.
We saw your boy Keaton out here.
Oh yeah, K3.
What kind of advice did he give you for today?
He just told me to go out there and play ball. That was really it. Keaton already know what I done did in track and field and football. We ran track growing up together, so he already knew I could prepare my body and my mind. So just coming out here to do what I do and just being icy.
What do you mean have your teammates? They're kind of act like the peanut gallery up in the stands, especially during the 40. Did you kind of notice them at all?
Yeah, man, I'm glad they came out, man. A big support system, man. That's just the culture here at East Carolina, man. I didn't expect nothing else, man. I knew they was going to be loud, shouting, man. They still is shouting out here, man. So big shout out to the whole Pirate Nation, man, for just coming out supporting all the Pirates, not just me. I love them, man. I love Pirate Nation. I miss them.
What's an NFL team getting out of you? We know what you're like, but what would they be getting out of you?
All around back, man. A great character guy, a guy that's faith-driven. Can't take no for an answer, man. I'm just so driven, man. I'm ready to just show what I can do. Like I said, all I need is an opportunity, man. I'm one of the best guys that's in this draft, man.
What's your schedule leading up to the draft, and afterwards, what do you really want to focus on now that you're done with this?
Schedule, man. All I know is work, man. So we just getting back to the drawing boards. Going back, flipping the page after this. It's a new chapter now, man. And, man, going to chase my dreams. That's all I'm thinking about right now.
All right, that was Rajay Harris in his interview after his pro day. And, we'll hear some more post-pro day interviews from Savone Revel and Winston Wright Jr. when we come back from this break. And more with we'll check in with the chat gang as well. And, we'll be right back with PRL. J-Bone in for Clip Brock on a beautiful Tuesday right here on Pirate Radio Live. We'll see you after this.
Did you know that 1 in every 36 children born in North Carolina is diagnosed with autism? The Autism Society of North Carolina offers assistance and support programs that improve lives for autistic children and adults. And you can help the Autism Society of North Carolina through the Eastern Run Walk for Autism on Saturday, March 29th at Town Common in Greenville. Run, walk, form a team, or donate. Make a difference in someone's life. Visit EasternRunWalkForAutism.com. and sign up today.
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Talk a little bit about what you do from a sales and service standpoint.
We just see what everybody's circumstances are. Everybody's different. Credit scores are different. Lenders look for a lot of particulars, and we're here to help you. We try to offer a quality product, and we're here for you service-wise down the road, and we want to give you the discounts we like to offer our hometown people here and our family.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. We will earn your trust and business one vehicle at a time. Go online at driveherenow.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Brock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza.
Epic.
Hey! We're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Hey, Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is back at only $13.99. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, a MVP move for game day or any day. Go Pirates!
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Craving a delicious burger and a great deal? Then head on over to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Every Monday, shake things up with $5 hand-shaking cocktails. On Rough Draft Tuesday, enjoy Talls for Smalls, where bigger drinks are the same price as the smalls. It's Whiny Wednesday with $3 pours of barefoot wine. Then on Salty Thursdays, sip on a $4 house margarita. And don't miss Bloody Sunday. Enjoy brunch and $5 house Bloody Marys.
And this just in at Bad Daddy's, mention Pirate Radio for 15% off your meal.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Great food, amazing deals, and a whole lot of flavor.
Spring is almost here, and now's the time to spring into a new car at Doug Henry of Greenville. Spring is the best time to revamp your drive. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville.
This is Dixon Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients of Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. And University PC. Oh, there you are.
Thank you, Shirley. We got Shirley Rhodes here and Grayson doing the video. Thank you guys for all your help today. Thanks to Mully joining us in the first segment. Thanks to Ellerby for helping me out. Sitting to my left side. Let's check in with the chat gang. Jerry says hello.
Hello.
Hey, Jerry Bear, how's it going?
Help the bear!
Jamie says, hey now, go Pirates.
Hey now.
Win against Duke would be awesome. I agree. Duke actually coming off a series sweep as they entered conference play. I don't know if it was their first conference series, but they swept Virginia. That's a big deal. Steve Hill says, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Let's see. Jamie says, go J-Bone. Thank you very much. Clip lost too many bets the last few days. Yesterday must have been the final straw. All right.
You are terrible.
Yeah, Clip out today. I'm filling in. We'll have Chandler here at the end of hour 2. We're going to have 2 video interviews with Coach Mack and Harper. A lot of stuff about Clip in here, losing bets. But yeah, me and Clip actually had a pretty good day yesterday betting women's basketball. We had that Alabama and Maryland bet to be tied at the end of the first half. And of course, I saw Clip last night. He's like, guess how the game ended?
Double overtime.
It went overtime. So yeah, maybe we should have bet the tie at the very end of the game instead of the first half. But yeah, Clip's doing fine. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. If not, we'll see him sometime this week. But, we went to Pro Day this morning, me, Chandler, Jenny, intern Hayden, and it was a very fun day, kind of warmer than I expected, but it's nice to get a little sun, and we were able to talk to Winston Wright and Savone Revel, and we're going to hear both those interviews right now. First, we're going to hear from Savone Revel.
Being a part of Pro Day with your teammates, what does this whole thing mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot, and I feel like it means a lot to them. Coming out here to support the players and also supporting and repping ECU. not only for the players, but also for the whole staff and for the whole community as the fans, and just showing that I can be loyal in any position, any situation. So, I mean, I feel like it's a part of the game, a part of the process, and just be out here supporting the players, because I feel like it pushes them to be better and pushes them to be their best, because also I'm not offering them, but I'm giving them like access to other coaches coming out here and giving them the ability to show their talent. So I feel like it's a great experience, man, for these boys, and just being out here to support them.
What's this pre-draft process been like for you? Obviously not being able to do everything you want to do, but also doing some of the stuff.
I mean, you know, like everybody road ain't the same. I just feel like it's all a mental game. You gotta stay strong. You gotta stay positive. You gotta keep pushing every day, stacking your days every single day. You can't think about nothing else but just to get better and be hungry every single day. So for me, it's just like I'm going along with the process, man. I'm taking things slow. I'm going at my own pace, just one at a time for real. So it's nothing too serious. It's just keep your head on the swivel and just keep stacking these days.
Even though you didn't get to perform or run this pro day, was it a little surreal just getting to talk to so many NFL teams and seeing so many scouts in the same place?
Can you say that one more time?
To see so many scouts in the same place and to be able to talk to so many NFL teams, is that kind of surreal?
Man, it's just like it's a mental game too. You got to be mentally tough for this. It's a test. Like I know what I was signing myself up for, and I know like what I've been putting in my work in for, and I know like it was coming up. So just like I said, taking it day by day, and you'll learn something from each team and each coach. Learning something different, no matter from the details, character, personality. It don't matter. Just taking notes of everything, because they're not telling you nothing wrong.
What's something big you've learned from this process?
Just really being yourself. You ain't gotta be nobody different, man. Just be yourself and continue to do what you've been doing your whole life, man.
Do you know how many pre-draft, like 7:30 visits you've done or will have done?
I've done 2. I got a lot more to go. I'm not really overthinking about it. You know, just taking it step by step and going along with the process, because at the end of the day, I still feel like I got to prove myself. No matter how many 30 visits I got, that don't mean that make me the best player in the country, and that make me the best player in the professional league, because I feel like I still ain't got there yet. It's still like a level I have to reach. I mean, it's a different chapter in your life, man, and you got to start off good, and I feel like it starts here.
So you're talking to Keaton Mitchell for a bit. What's been some of his pre-draft advice for you?
Like I said, just be yourself, man. Just find somebody that wants you to be great, wants you to be the best you, and be available for yourself at sometimes, because, you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't want you to be in a position, you know, do better than them. So just like being yourself, taking things slow, studying the playbook, and just keep pushing forward. Do what you've been doing since day one, man. Like for me, I've been playing football since I was 4 years old, man. Ain't nothing better than just having your family right behind you and your fans right behind you just to support you. So ain't nothing you can do, ain't nothing you got to do differently, and just keep going every single day.
You know, the mock draft, some have you going round 1, some have you slipping to round 2. I don't know, does that motivate you even further to be a round 1 corner, or is it out of your control?
It's definitely out of my control, but at the end of the day, I feel like no matter what round you go, if you're a dog, you're a dog. If you can play, you can play. If you got that heart to go out there and be a dog and give the coaches 110% effort every single day, then I feel like you can win at any time. I don't really pay attention to the mock draft, because, like I said, you gotta prove to the coaches. I mean, mock draft, that's just people predictions and opinions of what they think you might be or where they think you might go. So just I don't want to overthink things. I just want to take it day by day and just continue to do what I've been doing, working hard, rehab, training, and just doing the best I can.
Speaking to that, where would you say you are in the recovery process right now?
I'm on track right now. You know, I got a bunch of visits right now, so just trying to stay on track, get with my PT and my trainers, just trying to figure out a lot of things and trying to find a routine. So I feel like I'm on track. I'm on the road right now. I'm running, I'm squatting heavy weight, so I feel like I'm on track.
Have you decided where you're going to be on draft night, and if so, what went into that decision, or what will go into that decision?
I made my decision right away. It was just like my family. I always been there since I was a kid. It was there since I was. It's nothing against nobody that's there at the draft, that will be there at the draft. It's just like I want my family to feel or have the experience of what it's kind of like to be in this position. And they've been there my whole life, and they watched me my whole life. So, man, just being my family mean a lot to me. So for them to be there and just witness like
like they son, they grandson, they nephew, they finna be, they uncle finna be one of the probably the best top cornerbacks in the league or play in the league in general. So I feel like it's pretty exciting, man.
Who would you say you model your game after, whether it's a current or former player in the NFL?
Has to be one.
Yeah.
I'll say it's a few different positions. Most of them my position though. But I say like Ray Lewis, Deion Sanders, Jalen Ramsey, and Jair Alexander. And I say Jair Alexander and Jalen Ramsey because I feel like I carry the same attributes that they carry, as in like physicality, speed, strength, length, and Deion Sanders and Ray Lewis is just them because I feel like you step in front of them, it's like you can't mess with them, man. You can't mess with Deion Sanders. Like, you can't catch the ball on me. And Ray Lewis is just his mindset, man. You got to go out there and be a dog. You can't make no excuses. I mean, can't right now I'm an ACL torn. I can't make no excuse for, I miss a meeting. Ain't no reason I should miss a meeting. There's no reason I should not know the playbook. I got all the time in the world. If I want to be a dog, you want to go out there and be a dog, you got to take it. You got to go out there and do your best, man, and push your best. Take these mental reps, take these walkthroughs, and just sink it all in and don't overthink and just take it 1% at a time.
What does it mean to represent ECU, regardless of where you're drafted, represent ECU on draft night?
I mean, like I said, ECU as a whole gave me my first opportunity out of JUCO. So without them, I mean, would I be in this position? I don't know. But, it's rare because, like I said, I ain't have the highest GPA and coming out of JUCO. And for them to offer me with the GPA I had, it was just damn, I committed right on the dot. Because, it's something they seen in me that I didn't see in myself. And now that I see that, okay, now I see I'm a great guy. Y'all know that I feel like other people know who I am, and just they just gave my first opportunity, man, and it means a lot to me because a lot of schools had took me, and at that time I don't mind if I say it. I had a 2.0 at that time, and they offered me with a 2.0. A lot of schools at that time want to offer me with no 2.0, and it was just damn, they believe in me, they have faith in me, they see something in me that I didn't see in myself, man. I worked every single day. I worked out every single day, set standards for myself, and I set goals for myself, and it all paid off. So, definitely mean a lot. Fans mean a lot. All of y'all really mean a lot, man. For real, I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right, that was Savone Revel. I became a bigger fan of Savone today. Obviously, a big fan of him because he's a great corner. But being very open and honest about his 2.0 GPA, and as a former 2.0 college student, big fan of Savone and big fan of everybody out there with 2.0s. You can still graduate with a 2. But great stuff from Savone. We have one more post-pro day interview to get to, and we'll get to that right now with Winston Wright Jr., wide receiver for the Pirates.
Winston, how do you think it went out there today for you?
I think it went great. Put a lot of preparation, the last 3 months. So, just coming out here another day. That's it.
Having your teammates and supporting some of your teammates, it just seemed like it was a real team camaraderie experience out here. What did that mean?
Right, man. That mean a lot. That's the reason I came here, just the brotherhood, the bond. You see, they got practice. They could be getting ready for practice, but they out here supporting us. So, I appreciate that.
What kind of player are NFL teams getting out of you?
Man, they're getting a very versatile player, a player that's going to put the team first, do whatever I got to do to help the team, whether that's special teams, returning or slot. They can put me anywhere. I'm going to make a play.
Have they said they would rather have you in the slot or rather have you outside? I know you don't care, but have you got any feedback on where they want to see you?
Yeah, slot, return game. The same things I did here, use me, pretty much everywhere, make a play.
Talk about the support of your teammates. Did you hear them react to your first 40-yard dash?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, man, that was pretty cool. Gave you a little more energy. So yeah, that was amazing.
In your childhood, do you remember when kind of that NFL dream began for you?
I would say, as a kid, just watching it when I was 7 years old, man, putting in the work, getting to high school, college, and then it become reality. So, just keep, put your head down. I ain't finished yet, so still more work to do.
What were the big focuses individually for you today, and how do you feel like you did on that?
Man, I would just say, the big focuses for me, just my 40. Wanting to show teams that I could run. I'm still that guy, fast, and I think I showed that today.
Any idea what your time was? Or?
Man, I'm hearing 4.3, 4.4, so we'll see what the official time is.
the broken leg you had at Florida State, like, you think about that, I'm sure, to now, like, I mean, how much have you had to put in to get back to this point?
Man, I had to put in a lot of work. Couldn't do it without my family, God. I mean, when I got hurt, I wouldn't even say that I would be right here talking to y'all today, so God is amazing, allowing me to come here, leave my legacy and do some great things, and then, come out here with my teammates and, do some more good things. So we're going to keep seeing what he got in store for me.
What's the experience just been like getting to talk to scouts and visit with various NFL teams here today?
Right. Talked to, a numerous of scouts at the Hula Bowl, kept in contact. So, just, touching base with them today. Looked like I, did, good in their eyes. So just building that relationship and just see where this goes.
Small question, but the difference between training and playing with a college ball versus an NFL ball, has that been any adjustment for you?
I would say, so I thought the NFL ball was going to be harder to catch, because they don't got the laces. But it's kind of easier, kind of bigger surface. So, like, you're able to track it, better. So, yeah, man, it's been a great adjustment, easy too. So.
All right, there was Winston Wright. He talked about wanting to work on his vertical, and ECU football put it out on their Twitter. He ran a 4.43, and me and Chandler were standing there watching the 40s, and he was like, "Who's that guy in the white pants?" And I was like, I think that's Winston Wright. That dude was just lighting it up, speed demon this morning at Pro Day. But let's go ahead and take a break, head into hour 2. Coming up, we have Coach Mack talking a little March Madness, and we'll get an update on mine, his, and Clip's little NASCAR pool. Finally out of the negatives. I've been in the negatives the entire season, and starting to catch back up with Clip after a Kyle Larson win at Homestead this past Sunday. So we got Coach Mack, Alex Harper, and a lot more to go on this beautiful Tuesday here on Pirate Radio Live. We'll see you right after this break.
It's March, and Pirate Radio is teaming up with the Buccaneer Music Hall, Dirty Dan's, and Overtime's Tavern to help support ECU Baseball's Mustache March campaign. Mustache March t-shirts are available for purchase at all 3 locations. T-shirts are only $20, and all proceeds go towards ALS research. Stop by the Buck, Dirty Dan's, or Overtime's Tavern to get your shirt today. Wear it loud, wear it proud, and together we'll strike out ALS. Get your Mustache March t-shirt and make a difference. Go Pirates! Winter is here, but Stroud's Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strauds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
The NCAA road to the Final Four makes a stop at the Sweet 16 this week. It gets started Thursday with great matchups that include 2 1 versus 4 seed battles. Florida taking on Maryland in the West region and Duke facing Arizona in the East. Then on Friday, Midwest 1 seed Houston meets Purdue and the overall top seed Auburn takes on Michigan. Hear Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournament right here.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Fish Street Hardware is bringing back mountain music and are springing back together to help our friends in Western Carolina on April 12th. This event kicks off at 12 with great food specials, giveaways, auction items, and a full day of amazing artists rocking the stage. Featuring local favorites Lonnie Britton, Tanner Oakley, Back Row Backsliders, Anna Park, Jake Mitchell, Eric Dunlow, and many more. Mark your calendars for April 12th and we will see you at Fish Street Hardware's Mountain Music Springing Back Together event. For all up-to-date information, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Fish Street Hardware.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. ansonbelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailers Show.
It's bow time.
Finally, lunchtime. I'm starving.
What's that?
This is the Bojangler from Bojangles.
Ooh, with the same bold flavor as their chicken?
The same.
And fries.
The same.
Huh. Well, I've got a PB&J.
Yeah, that's not the same.
A crispy fish fillet dusted in Bo's famous seasoning. With cheese and tartar sauce on a fluffy bun, the Bojangler's back. Hook one while you can. It's bow time.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. Listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's J-Bone.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Shirley. It's me, Jarrett, filling in for Clip's out today. And it was a great day. Went to pro day. Spring practice starts today as well. Chandler, Jenny, and intern Hayden are out there getting some stuff for the Pirate Radio social media. And we'll hear from Blake Harrell at 5:45 today. So we'll have that audio for tomorrow. And we heard from 3 players, Rajay Harris, Savone Revel, and Winston Wright Jr. on the New Blue Pirate Report. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. Contact them today at callinublu.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. And big day of football, but also March Madness still going on. So we're going to transition to my conversation I had with Coach Mack McCarthy, earlier today in Studio C. Here is that now.
All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Coach Mack, former East Carolina men's basketball coach, here to talk a little March Madness, a little bit of NASCAR. Coach Mack, how you doing?
I'm good. Good time of the year. My favorite time with March Madness and NASCAR and the Masters coming up. Even if you're a big baseball, spring training, and certainly college baseball and college softball off to a rocking good start. So fun time of the season for me.
Yeah, ECU first conference series of the year swept Memphis this past weekend. Have you been able to keep up with any ECU baseball?
Yeah, I jump on there every now and then and see what's going on. Love keeping up with them. So many people are, so passionate about ECU baseball. It's fun to keep up with. It looks like they probably have another good baseball team, which is not a surprise. And I hope folks don't take that for granted.
Yeah, lot of fickle fans, I would say. Just a series or even a play doesn't go their way, and they're just like, "Oh, this team stinks. It's the end of ECU baseball." But they'll be on the road at Duke today.
Fans are like that everywhere, by the way, Jared. Just so you just to keep it in perspective, fan bases are like that. But they when they turn out in good numbers, that's a good sign, and they still do support the Pirates really well.
Yes, sir, they do. I'm taking a look at your bracket right now. Has Clip kept you in the loop with the standings?
I don't know. No, he hadn't. I had a good first couple of days. I went perfect one day. I went 28 or 29 out of the first 32, but I didn't do so well on Saturday and Sunday.
Well, you're doing great in the Pirate Radio Bracket Challenge. You're in the lead, tied with one of our interns, Hayden.
That's pretty good company. Hayden and I going down to the Final Four. Come on, Hayden, let's go.
Yeah, it's crazy. A little girl that knows nothing about basketball tied for the lead with a guy who led a team to the Sweet 16. That's March for you, folks. But
exactly.
You have Florida and Houston in the finals, both narrowly getting out of the second round with Florida facing UConn, Houston against Gonzaga. What were your thoughts on how those one seeds performed this weekend?
Yeah, there were some tight games and the quick turnarounds. You kind of see who can do that in a good way, but there are inevitably going to be some games where you don't have your A game and somebody else plays really well. And there are a couple things going on right now that I take issue with. A lot of people have said Cinderella is over. We're not going to have that anymore because all 16 teams that are left are in the P4, whatever that is anymore, but they are in the power conferences dominated by the Big Ten and the SEC, just like college football playoff was. But I don't think that's true. I think this is just one of those things. There were some good first round upsets. Didn't happen so much on Saturday and Sunday, but we did have a lot of close games when we have one double-digit seed left, and that's Arkansas, who probably really isn't a double-digit seed with their talent, but they didn't have a great year, got off to such a bad start, 0-5 in the SEC, and then came all the way back. A really neat story if you're a Calipari or Arkansas fan, not so much if you don't. But the other thing is going into these games, I'm looking at these 8 games, and I don't know if we're going to get a close game. Now, odds are somebody will play, a down to the wire game or an overtime game. But, on paper, I'm not sure any of these really should be close. Ole Miss, Michigan State probably, to me, would be the closest game. A lot of people were saying Tennessee and Kentucky will be. I'm not sure about that. I know Kentucky, had some success during the regular season against Tennessee, but Kentucky's not playing defense great. Tennessee, of course, Rick Barnes has had his struggles in March. Only one Final Four, despite being at some really good basketball schools. But I'm a little nervous about this weekend. I think there are going to be some lopsided games coming up.
Yeah, it may not be any close games, but me and Clip were looking at Alabama and BYU yesterday.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun one. Have you seen the over-under for Alabama BYU?
No.
Do you want to take a guess at what it is? It's very high.
175.
Exactly. 175.5, right on the dot.
There you go.
Yeah, that one really is the only one that intrigues me because, like you said, Arizona Duke, like on paper, that one looks okay, but Duke's just been steamrolling everybody this year. So, yeah, I'll go with the Blue Devils there. Are you confident in your pick of Florida Houston in the national championship?
I am, and I originally chose Houston just because of Kelvin Sampson and the fact that he's come so close. And I, kind of wanted to go outside the box. Everybody was jumping on the Florida bandwagon, but I still feel pretty good about that. I like my Houston pick better now than when I made it, to be honest.
Yeah, my bracket not looking as good as yours. I had St. John's going all the way. I didn't really pick with my head there. That was more of a heart pick, but I still got 3 of the 4 Final Four teams alive, so I'm not out of it.
Yeah, I've got three of the Final Four also. I took a long shot on Iowa State, and they're without one of their leading scorers. I probably should have been a little smarter than that, but I really didn't want to go chalk with all four, number one seeds. And I have done that in the past. And actually, the year that it happened, I had all four number ones, but I just had a feeling somebody was going down. I thought it might be Auburn, but I'm not positive about that anymore.
Yeah, speaking of like a Cinderella or an underdog or a long shot, just no chalk, do you think Arkansas has a chance to make a run? Because I was telling somebody yesterday, it's like, I guess Arkansas over St. John's would be, I guess, the biggest upset of the weekend, but it's just the 10 seed that makes it feel that way because it is Calipari. So I don't really want to call that a big upset, but do you think they have what it takes to make a run?
No, and like we said earlier, they weren't really a 10 seed talent wise, but now I think they've had their championship game. I think their little run is over, and everybody will pat him on the back and say we did a good job, and he has done a good job. Built a whole new team and that kind of thing. But I think they had their moment the other day. I think this is it. I think this is the end of the road for the Razorbacks.
Yeah, transitioning away from the games, more just the news in college basketball. Obviously, Will Wade, the biggest hiring for NC State, but this week we saw Sean Miller leave Xavier to go to Texas, and also Ben McCullum leaving Drake to go to Iowa. Just what are your thoughts, and who of those three do you think will last longer at the school and have the most success?
Gosh, that's a good question. I think Will Wade is a great hire. He will absolutely win. They'll be contending in the ACC probably sooner than later. Texas is a great job. Nobody really has gotten over the hump and won them national championships. But Sean Miller is a solid choice. I thought he was solid, not an exciting hire, but a solid hire. McCollum has done great things. If you haven't followed him, he's from the Division II days where he was doing it with high school kids and brought those Division II kids with him to Drake. He is a really, really good hire. And, Iowa, has been a really good basketball job too. Some interesting things. Ryan Odom at UVA is an interesting hire and has done a good job at three different places now and has the bloodlines. Still waiting to see who gets Villanova. East Carolina fans should get familiar with the new coach at USF. He's really good from Arkansas State. Hodgson is really a good hire. It's been an interesting, silly season in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, I like the Ben McCullum hire. I mean, I don't follow Drake religiously, but just seeing them every year around February, March, I think that'll be interesting for Big Ten basketball. But the portal opened up yesterday, and I didn't really expect this, but East Carolina keeps four players that I think were really good this season. Jay Shane Woodard, Trevion LeBeau, Reed Kaysen, not really putting up the big numbers, but we do keep Jordan Riley, who averaged 14 or so points this year. What do you think they need to do in the portal or just recruiting-wise to improve upon their 19-win season this past season?
Yeah, the portal is just crazy, and Coach Schwartz and the guys there, Mike Perry and all of them, they had a really good season. Maybe a little bit unexpected to get as far as they did, and I think they really built something. And now they have to take that, and it's so different. You used to have a program, and there was some continuity, and you sustain things, but now if you can hang on to a core of folks, 4 or 5 folks that understand what you want and can help bring the new people along, that's a pretty good year. If you can hang on to 4 plus folks, that's a good start to whatever you've got to do. And of course there's a premium out there. I was talking to, there was a really good player out of the Southern Conference, and I was talking to an ACC coach, and this young man, his starting price was $1.5 million. I don't know if these things are sustainable or realistic, but apparently a lot of people are going all in, because I know that Ryan Odom didn't take UVA without getting some promise of some substantial NIL NIL. And Will Wade, I know for a fact, got substantial NIL at NC State, and some folks like Auburn and Kentucky and Alabama, and everybody in the SEC is going all in with the NIL, and there are going to be some significant changes on rosters due to the portal, and we'll see who comes out the best. And one thing fans still need to understand: it's one thing to have the most money or enough money, but you still have to recruit these kids. It's not like they're opening. It's not a government contract where you open the bid and he just goes to the highest bidder. Although I'm sure some kids are going to the highest bidder, but you still have to recruit these people and have a relationship. And I hope we never lose that part of the college game.
Yeah, the recruiting aspect is interesting because I heard about one player in the American where it's just like, yeah, he got offered $100,000 here, but he chose to go to that school for nothing. And it's like, at least there are still some, at least, I don't know, I want to call it integrity, but at least it's like, hey, I'm going here for basketball. I'm not going here to make money. Like, the money will come if I develop and become good. So it's nice to hear stories like that, but the amount of money these kids get, like Carson Beck in college football is getting, what, $8 million a year to play at Miami?
Yeah,
that's
it's
crazy.
Amazing. Well, you got Steph Curry going, helping out at Davidson with 8 figures. You got to think they might be able to be a player in the A10 with 8 figures to spend on players, and that's just a small North Carolina private school. So, it's going to really be interesting to see who can sustain this going forward.
Yeah, let's transition into NASCAR. Clip's just been dominating this thing, but it was a good weekend for me. I had the winner with Kyle Larson, and I had the best average, so I'm back in the positives, but I still only have 2 points, 15 behind Clip. Ryan Blaney has been not doing great for your squad. Talk about what do you think is going wrong there. Obviously the motor issues, but what has happened to Ryan Blaney these first few weeks?
Yeah, and of course we've had a weird set of circumstances. You got 2 kind of restrictor plate tracks, and then you've got the COTA, the road course, Roval, whatever you want to call it, and then we had a few normal races. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be representing Pirate Radio along with Brian Meadle at Martinsville this weekend, so maybe we can get Blaney on the right track. Of course, Blaney was dominating the race at Homestead until the motor blew. So it's a long season, although we're getting about 25% of the way through the regular season. So my guys better step it up pretty good. It would be really embarrassing to you and me if Clip won this thing.
Yeah, every Monday it's just been Clip Brock Enterprises is dominating. I'm gonna teach you all about some auto race, and it's like, geez, man. But yeah, Martinsville this weekend. I was thinking about going because ECU baseball's in Houston, and this is my first weekend off since the season started. But just with the first weekend off, I kind of want to rest. But Martinsville is a very attractive track to go to for fans. Who do you think wins this weekend? Like, what would be a good bet to place?
I don't know. I kind of need one of my guys to win, man. I don't even know who I have anymore. I'm in so many different leagues, but Denny Hamlin's always good there. Chase Elliott runs good there. But I think Byron and Blaney and Bell, they run good everywhere, but Blaney hadn't been able to finish the deal. But I need to cut into this league. We need to bring Clip back to earth a little bit.
Yeah, he has Kyle Busch, and Kyle Busch not been doing well this season, but he always finds a way to finish the race, so Clip never has any negative points on the week. But, got to find a way to chip away at Clip's lead. Coach Mack, what do you got going on this week? I know you're done calling basketball games, and you said you're going to Martinsville. Anything else going on in your life?
No, I was still calling games. I had Thursday and Sunday last week in the WBIT, and unfortunately for me, unfortunately for Virginia Tech women, they got beat on Sunday. So I was supposed to have one more game before they were supposedly going to the Final Four. They were the number 1 overall seed in the WBIT. But no, I'll finally have a chance because I was prepping all last week. I'll finally have a chance to sit down and actually watch some games from beginning to end. And this will be my first real green flag to checker flag race this Sunday, and I'll be doing that in person, like I said, with another Pirate Radio contributor, Brian Meador.
Sounds good, man. Well, hopefully next week Clip will be back, and y'all can get back to having your great conversations. But I appreciate you having a conversation with me, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, the ratings for this may be so good, Clip may not be able to get back in. Good job.
Thank you, Mack. We'll see you.
Thanks, Jared.
Barthy talking a little March Madness basketball, a little NASCAR as well. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and on the other side of this break, we'll have Harp, Clip Brock, Chandler Honeycutt, and Alex Harper sat down as Alex Harper continues to eliminate teams in his quest for finding a new, or his first ever, favorite NFL team. So we'll have that and much more on the other side of this break on Pirate Radio Live. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you after the break.
At Riley's Army, our mission is to provide support to children with cancer and their families in North Carolina. From emotional support to financial assistance, we are here to ensure no family faces this journey alone. Guided by faith and a commitment to love and service, Riley's Army invites you to join us. Volunteer, donate, or spread the word. Together we can make a lasting difference. Visit RileysArmy.com to learn more. That's RileysArmy.com.
Ahoy Greenville! Prepare to set sail for the 18th annual Pirate Fest on Saturday, April 5th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Greenville Town Common. The festivities begin at 11 a.m. with the Parade of Pirates. Then beginning at 1 p.m., it's great beach music from the Embers. At 3 p.m., Cooper Greer takes the stage. And at 5 p.m., it's Captain Mike and Shipwrecked with a Jimmy Buffett tribute. Visit our unique food trucks, eclectic vendors, and immerse yourself in pirate festivities. For more details, visit piratefestnc.com.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep is kicking off Ram Truck Month with savings up to $15,000 on the 2025 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, the Ram 1500. You can also choose to save up to $11,000 off MSRP and get 3.9% APR for 72 months on a new 2025 Ram 1500. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep has a ton of trucks, but they also have America's most awarded SUV, the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And right now, you'll save up to $9,000 off MSRP or lease a new Grand Cherokee for only $389 per month. Hit the beach this spring with a new Jeep Wrangler and save up to 15% off MSRP. There has never been a better time to get the SUV you've been waiting for. New Ram trucks, new Jeeps, huge incentives for the month of March.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Cockerel in Greenville. Come see us!
Jeep lease is 36 months, 10,000 miles per year. Offers do not include tax, tags, title, and $8.99 admin fee. See dealer for details.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Rhonda with Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. We are super excited about the Pirate baseball team. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women, and we have a lot of new purple and gold in the store right now from popular brands like Johnny O, Peter Millar, Duckhead, and Gentile. Our attention to every detail means personal service and in-house alterations. We look forward to serving you, our Pirate friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Town Insurance is your premier independent insurance agency. From maximizing opportunities to minimizing risk, Town's insurance advisors offer expert professional advice to clients of all sizes. For personal or business insurance questions, call 756-8300 today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's J-Bone.
All right, thank you, Shirley. Back from the first day of spring football practice, we got left side?
Strong side.
Chandler Honeycutt.
What's up, J-Bone?
Nothing much. Hosting the show. That's about it.
And you're doing a great job of it, man. I'm telling you.
I appreciate it.
Listened to the first 20 minutes, the first segment with Mully and boss man Ellerby here in the studio. Then I had to run out to football practice and was able to listen to you on 92.7 FM. And you're sounding great, buddy. Keep it up.
Thank you. I'm kind of proud of myself. I even hit the ad read.
Nice.
Yeah, but
because that's very important.
Well, I mean, it was after a break of which we played it before, but I mean, still hit it.
Hey, that's fine. That's what our advertisers sign up for. So thanks for fulfilling those promises.
No problem. Fresh off of ECU's first day of spring football practice. How was it?
It was great, and I was telling you off the air, it was very, very busy out there. A lot of running around. It seemed like every 5 minutes a whistle was blown and players are running around. And on the spring roster, there's so many players because you got walk-ons trying to make the team. So there's a lot of guys in helmets out there and a lot of guys that I'm trying to figure out who they are because you lose a lot of, your veterans and Rajay and Deontay Johnson and Elijah Morris and others on that defensive side of the ball. And so you're trying to figure out who a lot of these players are. And another thing with the spring and a new season is new numbers. You got to figure out who is back from last year and change their number. For instance, I want to say, and I might be wrong, Anthony Smith, he was not number 9 last year.
He was 17.
All right, so
I think what was it? Tyler Savage, he was number 9.
Yeah, well, just a couple of examples. Anthony Smith is number 9 now, and then also Tegan Wilk, who was with the program for 2 or 3 years, went to Houston for a year. He was number 9 before he left East Carolina. He is now number 3.
Oh, okay.
So I was just out there, and what I need to do is print out a roster sheet and just kind of, go out there and study who these new guys are and some of these familiar faces that have new numbers. But it looked like the guys were excited out there. Great to see Blake Harrell as the head coach going into the spring, and he was very vocal out there as well.
I was going to ask you, I went out there in the fall when I was an intern, practice and everything, and the change from Mike Houston to Blake Harrell, you could really tell, and how they ran practice. What was the biggest difference from last spring to this spring?
I will say the quickness of periods.
Okay.
And how there's just a lot going on at a fast pace. Also, didn't even mention see a new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Josh Aldridge.
Josh Aldridge out there directing his defense. So I got some questions for Bryce coming up in the 5 o'clock hour, because it seemed like this is the first day of practice, but they're already calling out plays and getting into formations. I'm curious to know, how long did they kind of practice that in the off season from, I guess, the end of the bowl game to
the first day of spring. So.
Yeah, and that'll be good to ask Bryce Williams. We'll have him and Brandon Manning in hour 3 with Pirate Radio Outdoors, talking about pro day and first day of spring practice today. And also we'll talk to Brandon Manning about ECU going to Duke tonight, 7 o'clock first pitch, Pirates and the Blue Devils. But first, we're going to get to an interview that was conducted Friday with Clip, Chandler, and Alex Harper. And Alex is going to continue his quest to choose his first favorite NFL team, and we'll get to that right now.
Joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Schnapper, Alex Harper.
Yo.
Hey, Harp, how we doing?
I'm great, man. Hope you are.
White coat fam.
Indeed.
We got the big board. We got Chan Man in here, right side.
Strong side.
We got J-Bone off camera, but with a mic. What's up, Jarrett?
What's up?
All right, so here's what we're doing. Alex Harper is picking his favorite NFL team, not for today, not for this year, for his entire life. And we are going down all 32 teams. He has knocked out several of them to this point. Alex, can we get an update on who you've knocked out starting with the National Football Conference?
Absolutely. Dallas Cowboys, Washington Commanders, Chicago Bears, Carolina Panthers, Arizona Cardinals, and the LA Rams.
How about the American Football Conference?
The Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets, Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Las Vegas Raiders. None of you will be my team now, in the future, or ever.
Alex, let's say that I make you pick one of the teams you've already eliminated. Who's your favorite team to be a fan of that has been eliminated to this point?
That is a great question.
That's what I do.
So great that there's silence.
That's a great question. Probably the Titans.
Okay.
Probably the Titans. Love the city of Nashville, I think. Although I think their uniforms are kind of underachieving. I really like the color scheme.
Could be better.
And they're building a new stadium.
And as I said last week, great history.
Yeah.
Storied. Very storied.
Haven't been around a long time, but great history.
CJ2K. Yeah.
All right.
They're my favorite of the teams that have been eliminated so far.
So let's knock out 2 more today. Once again, Alex will be making his choice on draft day, that Thursday. So leading up to the NFL draft, that'll be exciting. Alex will pick a team, and then that night, his new favorite team will draft maybe his new favorite player. Who knows?
It's either going to be the most exciting thing in the world or absolutely nobody will care.
No in between?
No in between.
No in between. This is either your favorite segment or least favorite segment.
Yes.
All right, so Alex, where are we going for the first elimination?
First elimination of this week is in the NFC. It's going to be the New York Giants.
Yeah, I feel like we've knocked out a bunch of boring teams, but I realize we still have more boring teams to go, and the Giants are one of those teams.
They are one of those teams. They're kind of just nothing. Like, I forget the Giants exist. I know that's wild because they've been around forever, but they just don't really got anything going for them that really gets me excited.
2 Super Bowls in the last
20 years?
20 years now, I guess. But, like, those teams were not great.
No.
They went on playoff runs, and they had good defenses.
Both teams had to get out of the wild card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pull off miraculous stuff. And I guess we like Eli for beating Tom Brady twice. It's pretty cool. But,
can you imagine if he didn't?
I can, yeah.
It would be terrible.
It
would be terrible.
I mean, I just did.
Tom Brady would have 9 Super Bowls.
That would be complete. He's already insufferable, but like with 9, that would just take him to another level. Pros for the Giants, I did have a few. Tommy Cutlets. Who doesn't love Tommy Cutlets?
Me.
You don't like Tommy Cutlets?
No, he's a terrible quarterback.
His manager wears a fedora.
Okay.
That's so sick.
I love that Giants fans are so dumb that they're like, just because he has an Italian name, think he's a good quarterback.
And does an Italian gesture.
Yeah.
And that's like his...
He has mob ties.
Yeah, that's like his signature move. They're like, that's our guy. That's our guy.
They have elite throwbacks. The throwback uniforms are pretty sick.
What are they?
They're like, I don't know. This is a bad comparison, but they kind of look like the New York Rangers if they were football uniforms.
Are you talking about the ones that it says Giants on the helmet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
It's like
those.
from when I started watching football.
I don't know what it is about them because they're
Okay.
not that intricate, but I like them. And then I have Lawrence Taylor was badass.
All right, finally, something I agree with on your pro list. I always talk about cool throwback jersey. That would be one of the coolest.
Yeah.
The 56 of LT. Yeah, not many pros with that team. We talked about their stadium last week, and maybe we'll get to that, sharing a stadium. But like,
Yeah, we will.
Any other pros for the Giants?
They
they
did have Odell Beckham.
They had Saquon Barkley. Oh,
Yes.
They can only go up from here.
You're getting in on the ground floor, definitely. They're about to have a new quarterback.
Two of the greatest catches of all time belong to the Giants. Odell Beckham's catch and then the helmet catch.
Not bad. Not bad,
That
John.
is true.
Yeah. All right, to the cons.
That's it for pros. For the cons, first one I have Daniel Jones.
He's not on the
That's
team.
it. He's not on the team anymore?
Nah.
Sweet. Don't have
And
to
there's
worry
a
about
reason for that.
Yeah, because he's terrible. They share a
Tommy
stadium.
DeVito was a pro, but Daniel Jones is a con.
Do what?
Tommy DeVito was a pro, but Daniel Jones is a con.
Yeah, if
Daniel
you
Jones
suck,
is-
if you suck, at least have aura. You know what I mean? Tommy Cutlass has aura. Tommy DeVito would sell T-shirts. No one's buying a Daniel Jones T-shirt. Sure, fair.
Yeah. Daniel Jones was coached by Eli's old coach. And he's got that dumb face. So they were like, let's get another, not target, but like true value.
Great value.
Manning. Great value Manning. Good grief. What am I trying to say?
So Daniel Jones, of course, they share a stadium. That's absolutely
Boom.
unacceptable.
Awful.
It's terrible. I do have
Their owner's a snitch.
How so?
Because when they had an uncapped year in the NFL, so the Redskins took advantage of it and went over the cap, but there was no cap, and then they got in trouble. And this is no cap, what I'm saying right now. And the Giants owner snitched them out.
Oh, also their GM, an idiot. His son told him what to do in the draft, and if he
that was on the the Hard Knocks offseason, wasn't it?
They weren't getting Jaden Daniels
Yeah.
anyways. They were not
That
in the
is
position.
true, but
but he also let Saquon walk.
Yeah.
That's true. That is literally my next point is that they got rid of Saquon for
and he
no
went
for no
to
reason.
a division rival who won the Super Bowl.
Did they did they
Idiots.
trade him there or did they lose him for nothing?
No, he was
Picked up as a free
he was
agent.
Picked up.
Because
They lost him for nothing.
Yeah.
Golly, man.
And then had 2,000 yards and had probably one of the best seasons a running back's had.
Do the Giants still have gray face masks?
I don't know.
I remember Justin Tuck's crazy face mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a cool one.
Former Pirate Linville Joseph started his career and won a Super Bowl with the Giants.
I love how you look at stuff like this, though, Alex.
Why? Because is it nothing you would have ever thought of before? I guess.
No, it's pretty intricate.
Yeah, the gray face mask is terrible.
I'm seeing some with white, some with gray. Who's that? Daniel Jones, but he's wearing the old helmet with the white face mask. I got to see what the. See, I'm seeing some grays here on this one, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, most of the stuff that I write down, I think one, it's better content, but it's also a more genuine selection. I'm pretty much doing all this from memory. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything that I've wrote down, every pro and con is just what I know as of right now.
Cool, cool Giants throwbacks. We talked about LT, Beckham. You mentioned. I don't like Tiki Barber, but maybe that would be a cool one.
Did you enjoy watching Brandon Jacobs?
I like big backs, and I cannot lie. So I like Brandon Jacobs. Again, as a Washington fan, I hate the Giants, but they've had some cool players. Brandon Jacobs was cool. You mentioned
Ahmad
Justin
Bradshaw.
Tuck. I loved Ahmad Bradshaw as a player.
I don't even know who that is.
Phil Simms.
Wendell Marshall. Phil Simms, I hate.
I don't know who that
More
is.
so because he was. I'm so glad CBS finally got him off the football broadcast.
Yeah, he's awful.
I
He's
think
terrible.
out of all the teams that Dwayne Harris played for, I think he did the best with the Giants. had some pretty good punt returns.
Dwayne Harris, Giants throwback. All right. Anything else on this awful organization?
No,
I just want to move on because I'm getting sick talking about them.
Fair enough.
And their old dumb coach, Joe Judge, said Washington was a clown organization.
And
he won't lie, but
how we
worry
talked
about your own house.
How we talked about Brian Daboll and how he used to call him fat, and then he heard that and then lost weight.
He got skinny, and now he can't coach anymore.
Yeah.
Just like Kevin James isn't as funny when he slimmed down, or Jonah Hill.
That's a good point.
If you get fat, you need to stay fat.
I never thought about that.
Think about
I guess
that.
because when you're fat, you're like compensating because you feel like you need to be funny for people to like you.
Probably
so.
But you're also your true self.
That's true.
Like
That's
I could
true.
get skinny tonight if I wanted to, but I would lose everything I have.
Like
You could get
Clip
skinny
goes
in
to eat a
6
salad,
hours.
and Clip goes to eat a salad and maybe like a healthy smoothie, and goes, "What am I doing?" And then goes to McDonald's.
A lot of times I do get skinny. I'm like, man, I better have a big ass breakfast because I got to get fat again before the show today.
If you needed to get skinny in 6 hours, what are you doing?
A lot of puking, enemas.
What?
Don't they? Whatever makes you go to the bathroom.
Oh. Is that what an enema is?
Well,
Like a laxative?
what's it called? Yeah.
A laxative?
An
enema?
Concacaf. I don't know.
Colostomy?
Colonoscopy?
No, but something like that.
Sorry, Alex.
Y'all are good.
Colonic? What's that?
Michael Kalinic?
Oh,
I think this segment's about to be shut down. Colon cleansing, known as a colonic.
Yeah.
Flushing the colon with fluids to remove waste. Yeah, I would do that. And get liposuction and Ozempic.
Nice.
It's like a cocktail.
Yeah.
Of all those
Here's
things.
the best thing you could do: watch the New York Giants play football.
Exactly.
Moving on.
Please.
All right, the other team getting eliminated this week is the LA Chargers.
Nice.
Ooh.
Gold Chargers.
Gold Chargers.
When we started, I really thought they would last longer than what they did, but it is what it is. So pros, I am a John Harbaugh fan.
What about Jim?
Jim's cool.
But you just want to let it be known that you're a big fan of the Chargers coach's brother.
Oh. Well, I mean, all right, you know what I meant. All right.
You probably shouldn't be a fan of that team. You don't. You don't know which Harbaugh's
That's
the
a
coach.
good point. All right, Jim Harbaugh. I do like Jim
him
Harbaugh.
too.
You played against him.
No, I didn't.
No, you
He was
didn't. That's
suspended.
true. And the team threw
Hart
up
was there. Harbaugh won't.
and the team threw up the fours.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
a touching tribute.
Rest in peace, Jim Harbaugh.
So Jim Harbaugh, you like that guy?
I do like him. I think he's pretty cool. Justin Herbert
Sucks.
he sucks.
No, he doesn't.
I
He's
don't
pretty
think he
good.
sucks. But what do I know? I think the Chargers have the best uniform combination in the league.
Can I add one?
By
You might
far.
have it on there. I'm gonna add this. Lad McConkey.
I don't have that.
I love that dude.
Who is that? Oh, he played for Georgia, right?
Mhm.
The
He had
short,
a
skinny
great
white
rookie
kid.
year.
He had a great rookie year. He's fun to watch.
Nice. Didn't know he played for them, but that is cool.
McConkey check.
Honestly, for pros, that's all I have.
LT.
Really cool hit throwbacks with LT. Antonio Gates would be cool. Old
Phillip
Kellen
Rivers.
Winslow.
I feel like you can't wear a Phillip Rivers jersey. I don't know why. I feel like people would look at you funny.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a state guy, a couple people in the room might do that. But
State.
Not me.
I would.
Okay, we're going to cons. I have a con that I don't think we've talked about yet.
All right.
well, he hasn't said one yet, so you're right. You're all over it.
No, I'm talking. No, I'm talking about a con for any team that we've.
This has not been brought up at all.
I think this is an exclusive con. John's cons.
All right, it's time for John's cons. Here's John with today's con.
I'm gonna go with. I don't like when teams move cities.
All right.
It's
But
funny.
you love the Titans' rich history.
Love it. Love it.
Okay.
I just think San Diego deserves a football team.
What? Why? What does San Diego? No, I'm seriously asking. Why does San Diego, the city, deserve a football team?
Because they don't have one.
Well, Chandler, it's funny you bring that up.
But they also moved to. They also moved to.
Hey, Alex, will you shut up?
They
This
also
is his segment.
They also moved to a city where there's already like another football team that moved from a different city.
Which one of y'all's learning about football for the first time? Oh man,
I don't know, man. I just hate that. And
Okay.
when people bring up the possibility of the Panthers moving, it makes me so mad. I don't want to see that happen, and I don't want to see it. For
I don't think anyone has brought that up ever. Who's talking about the Panthers leaving?
It's been brought up before.
All right. Do you have that as a con?
It's funny because my first con is they left San Diego.
There you go. John's con.
But it's not because I like San Diego. It's because L.A. has too much stuff.
They have the Lakers, the Kings,
And nobody cares.
Nobody cares about them. Because that's another
Is that
con I
really your
have,
first
is they
con?
don't- Yes. That's another con I have. They don't have a fan base.
Yeah.
Because they just get lost in the shuffle in L.A. Like when they were in San Diego, I feel like people actually cared.
Rams don't have a fan base.
Yeah.
Chargers don't have a fan base.
LA is still a Raider city.
Chargers do have that fake fan. The woman.
They had to pay an actress to be
yeah,
a fan.
their fan base
Oh,
is so
yeah.
bad they paid an actor to
And
come
then
be
finally, I have the A-Harp special. They're a West Coast team. Get that
So
out
you
of
can't watch their games.
I can't watch their game.
They're not on TV.
Is this a
Well,
bit
here's
at this
the-
point?
Okay, well, let me... Huh?
Is this a bit at this point about the West Coast stuff?
No, so okay, I'm standing by the fact that it is easier to watch a televised game of an East Coast team than it is a West Coast team if you live on the East Coast. Because like I said before, what would be the purpose of purchasing NFL Sunday ticket if every single game was televised?
To watch the other games.
What do you mean? If every one of your team's games is televised? What are you saying?
So you're saying
I'm saying everyone, you guys have been laughing at me because you're like, oh, like all the games are televised. But they're not, though. Not every single game played on Sunday is televised. Because what would be the purpose of purchasing Sunday ticket
we're
if
saying
you could watch every
have
single
Sunday
game?
ticket, but like only you. I don't know what you're trying to say. You want to be able to watch all your team's games without Sunday ticket.
Yes.
Okay, so you're a Panthers fan.
Or a Cowboys
Because that's
fan.
the only way that's going to happen.
that's the only way. Panthers play on Fox or CBS every Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine. But an East Coast team is way more likely to be televised than a West Coast, no?
That's why you go to a bar every Sunday.
Also, if this is my favorite team, I would like it to be at least somewhat reasonable that I could attend a game in person at one point, like
Fair.
without getting on a plane.
That's fine.
Now you're making sense.
Yeah.
Not with all good
I was
business.
making sense first with my first point.
I don't know.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
I mean, you've eliminated the Panthers, the Commanders. Like, what's the only thing left? Is really the Falcons. If you want to get in the car and go to a game,
Is that his
Atlanta's
team?
far. I've been there.
Well, if they're far, again, everything's far.
Yeah, I want to be able to go within reason.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm just
That's
interested to
my
see
miniature rant.
how
about-
you feel about TV, like Week 5 of the NFL. Depending on what team you pick, how are you viewing their games, and what your plan is for Sundays?
I don't know. I mean, Sundays. I work on Sundays now. So I don't know. What?
How's I used to get a job update from you. How are your jobs going?
Oh, pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I got moved from Sunday to Thursday.
So you're good.
So yeah, I'm doing great.
Good.
And if you guys will have me, I'll be able to come on the show live on Fridays now.
Oh.
LIVE live.
We'll always have you, man. Good deal.
That's what the folks want.
I feel the love.
They want to see this live.
San Diego. Sorry, LA Chargers out.
You
Peace,
should
brother.
be. You should be correct.
Any other cons?
For the Chargers, nah. Just those ones.
Remind me again, Jarrett. What's rank your least 5 favorite worst NFL teams.
Oh
What
my
teams
God.
do you hate the most?
In division?
No, because there's only 4, and you like one of them.
Okay,
so 5 in the NFL.
Chargers 1, Chiefs 2, Broncos 3.
So you hate the Chargers more than anybody?
Yes.
Wow.
And then I would probably go Steelers, Cowboys.
Okay. Could you do yours, Sean?
Probably go. I'll go Saints, Falcons, Cowboys, and then I'll go. Chicago Bears, and
really,
yeah.
Tampa in there at all?
No, I actually don't mind Tampa.
Wow, such a non. Okay.
And I probably
Why do you
have-
hate the Bears?
There's a certain person that really made me hate the Bears.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yikes.
And also just all the trash talk I heard. Not
about
to
the trade?
Yeah, not to me, but just on social media.
Okay.
I don't hate any of these teams.
Cowboys, Eagles, G-Men, and then I don't hate the Patriots anymore because they stink now. I don't hate the Chiefs because they're not that super hateable.
I'm gonna throw in the Broncos because they beat us in the Super Bowl.
I hate the Seahawks. They knocked us out of the playoffs a couple times. And who's the other team? Probably nobody in the AFC. So it's got to be NFC. North, I don't really care about any of them. South, don't care. So where am I?
Who are you?
Kind of like the Niners, Rams. I don't know, dude. Let's just go with the Patriots for now.
Nice.
Alex, Pro Day coming up
On Tuesday.
You
yes.
excited?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, man. I feel like I'm ready.
It's a cool opportunity.
It will be.
Scouts.
It will be. It'll be starting at. It's open to the public.
Yeah.
So I know player check-in is at 8:30 in the morning. I'm not sure when it actually
It's
starts.
cool that it's in the stadium.
Yeah.
Yes, I do agree. I do agree because Pro Day has always been on the turf field, and now I get to perform in Dowdy Fick one more time.
Have you been working out, staying in shape?
Yeah, as best as I can. I probably go to the field about 3 or 4 days a week, and then I go to the gym after work just about every single night.
Follow up. Are you is like working out going to be a part of your daily routine the rest of your life?
Yeah. No, because I was fat as a kid. I can't be fat anymore, dude. I can't.
So are you your true self now?
Do what?
Are you your true self now?
Were
Like
you
as a former fat guy?
were you funnier as a kid? And now you're
No, I think I'm funnier now.
all right.
Okay.
then stay that way.
Yeah.
You need to work out every day.
Don't tell me what to do.
Sorry.
All right, we need to run. This is probably a long segment, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Any last words?
I love you, A Harp.
I love you too, man.
All right.
Was Alex Harper, a conversation from last Friday. Alex Harper had his pro day today, out there running the 40, doing some drills. And we'll talk about that and some more pro day stuff. Me and Chandler, right after this break, coming up in... right after this break, we'll talk more pro day. And coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll have Bryce Williams and Brandon Manning, Pirate Radio Outdoors, talking spring football and also talking about ECU traveling to Durham to face the Duke Blue Devils. We'll be back with Pirate Radio Live right after this.
Cold weather is here, and some families in our area need help to stay warm. Greenville Utilities' Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their heating costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. And GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor stay warm this winter with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. For more information, call 752-7166 or visit GUC.com.
It's March, and Pirate Radio is teaming up with the Buccaneer Music Hall, Dirty Dan's, and Overtime's Tavern to help support ECU Baseball's Mustache March campaign. Mustache March t-shirts are available for purchase at all 3 locations. T-shirts are only $20 and all proceeds go towards ALS research. Stop by the Buck, Dirty Dan's, or Overtime's Tavern to get your shirt today. Wear it loud, wear it proud, and together we'll strike out ALS. Get your Mustache March t-shirt and make a difference. Go Pirates! Ron Ayers Motorsports invites you to an unforgettable bike night and stunt show on March 20th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Get ready for an action-packed evening with jaw-dropping stunts, incredible bikes, and the chance to meet fellow riders. Hungry? Anita's food truck will be on site with delicious eats, and cold beer will be available for purchase. Since 1975, Ron Ayers has been your go-to for top-tier motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, power equipment, and more. It's all happening at Ron Ayers Motorsports, your home for everything motorsports for 50 years and counting. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Have you heard? Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by today for lunch specials for only $8.99 with delicious features like chicken pastry, spaghetti, meatloaf, hamburger steak, and everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Pirate Radio.
Where it is a first down. Pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Caleb Stroud of Stroud's Marine grew up on the water and has loved boating his entire life, and that's why in 2012 he decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. Their mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's J-Bone.
What's going on, everybody? We are back here to wrap up hour number 2. Bryce Williams should be here soon. We'll have some Pirate Radio Outdoors, talk about his pro day experiences and get some more spring football practice recap from Chandler. We just heard from Alex Harper last segment. What did you think of his pro day today, John?
It was interesting for him. He did a lot of kind of walking around and staying loose. He told you told me that he was not going to do like the 40 and a lot of that and just snap, which I think to me makes sense. But he participated in everything: 40-yard dash, three-cone drill, shuttle run. So anything that everybody else was doing, he was doing. And I thought he did a great job and watched him warm up and do some long snapping drills and get a couple of 15-yard snaps off. And I hate that I missed his testing part of the pro day today. And I'll have to ask him how he did, and maybe we can ask him when he's here live on Friday, because I think we're going to talk to him live now and not recorded when it comes to him picking his team.
Yeah, he said he's got Fridays off now, and I'm pretty sure Clip wants him to be a part of the 4 o'clock hour with Tony Dunn, so we can talk some NFL there. How many pro days have you been to here at East Carolina?
This is my third, I believe.
Third. I was talking to somebody who's covered it quite a bit, and he was just like, riveting stuff. And I was like, for the first time, like, I love that kind of stuff. Like, I love the draft. I love the boring preparation stuff of it all. So, I mean, it was a cool experience for me. Has it kind of gotten old for you 3 years in?
Nah, pro days definitely probably top 5 for sure, things that I cover.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I walked in, I was on the field. I was looking for the Raider scout, but the first one I saw was a Chiefs scout, and I was very disappointed. And then I finally saw the Raider scout, and that was awesome. He talked to Savon Revel for, 8 minutes, and hey, if we could get him. I did tell you earlier, I think we're going to draft somebody from here. I think we could use, some more depth on the interior defensive line with like Big Tay, Deontay Johnson, go get Rajay late round. We need some more back depth. But if we got Savon Revel, that I think would be just fantastic. You want anybody to join the Panther squad?
Definitely Rajay. Definitely like Big Tay. Really anybody that was out there. I'd love. I don't get to see Pirates join the Panthers a lot.
Yeah.
I remember Josh Hawkins was a part of the Panthers a couple years ago. Garrett McGinn, I believe, got a start for the Panthers 1 or 2 times a couple of seasons ago. But no, I would be excited to have any former Pirate that participated in Pro Day today. And shout out to the Panthers for having the only female scout out there today.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
And shout out to Scott Fitterer for being out there.
Did you introduce yourself
No, I
to the
didn't.
Panthers' former GM?
No.
Are you a fan of Scott Fitterer?
No, I'm not.
Well,
but it was cool seeing him.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing a former GM of my favorite NFL team.
That's a guy like, you turn on ESPN back when he was the GM. Panthers didn't get much coverage, but he was a name that was brought up. That's a name that's always brought up.
It usually was for good.
Yeah, no, every time I hear his name, I'm talking to my brother or my dad who are Panthers fans, and they're like, oh, man, that guy's not welcome in Charlotte. But I'll tell you where he is welcome, Greenville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And he was having a ball out there today, I hope. Let's go ahead and get in another break. Bryce Williams just walked in, and we'll have him talking about his pro day experiences. We'll have some more spring football talk from Chandler and Bryce Williams, his experiences with spring football, and much more, including Pirate Radio Outdoors. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with Bryce Williams right here on Pirate Radio Live.
Greenville, are you ready for the biggest beauty event of the year? Beauty Bar Medi Spa Spring Extravaganza is coming soon. From March 24th to April 4th, get exclusive savings on Botox, fillers, skin bead, painless laser hair removal, advanced lasers, and more. Expert care, stunning results, a glow you'll love. This is your time to shine. Appointments fill up fast. Call at 252-752-1406 or visit beautybarmedispa.com to book your free consultation today. Beauty Bar Medi Spa, where confidence begins.
I'm Morgan Ehlers here with Brian Cook. He's the comptroller with Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. This time of year, the automobile business really starts picking up, and you guys have a tremendous inventory.
Yeah, we stocked up on over 30 cars this week after having a pretty good end of the February. We're looking to create opportunities for customers that are ready to buy this time of year, take care of all your automotive needs right here in Greenville at Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Willing to earn your trust one vehicle at a time, one day at a time.
Greenville Motor Company and the new Greenville Auto World. Go online online at driveherenow.com.
Stella Artois is a world-renowned Belgian beer with over 650 years of brewing heritage. Stella's rich, full flavor and smooth finish is perfect for making moments worth more. Stella's non-alcohol option, Stella 0.0, offers the same iconic taste without the alcohol, ideal for those looking to enjoy Stella anytime. Stella, whether celebrating big or small, Stella is the perfect choice for elevating the everyday. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Tired of the same old gym routine? Rebel Fitness is here to change the game. Whether you're throwing punches, kicking it in kickboxing, or mastering MMA, we bring the heat with specialized group classes that make fitness feel like a fight you actually want to win. At Rebel Fitness, we're not just about lifting weights, we're about lifting spirits. Join a community of badasses who are rebelling against the norm and crushing their fitness goals. Sweat, lift, move, fuel, fight for a healthier, happier you. Rebel Fitness, where fitness meets fun. Join the movement today. Visit us at 3700 Charles Boulevard or visit rebelfitnessnc.com.
Chico's in downtown Greenville is celebrating 42 years of business all month long in March with a special anniversary menu. Grab your amigos and enjoy blast from the past menu favorites like Cancun oysters, chili dog, costillas, and pollo limon. The celebration doesn't stop with your favorite Mexican food. Drop in for one of those famous Chico's margaritas in the bar or outside on the patio. Hurry in, the celebration menu ends March 31st. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Ready for a home makeover? Bostic Sugg Furniture's new and now collection has the freshest styles you've been dreaming of. Store-wide savings on fashion-forward looks and styles for your living room, dining room, and bedroom. Hundreds of items in stock. Or let our team help you build a custom piece just for you. Plus, 6 months special financing and local delivery for just $19.37. Sleep better with over 30 models of brand-name mattresses to choose from and up to 48 months special financing. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here. Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here.
The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's J-Bone.
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Grayson. Grayson on the video, Shirley on the audio. Joining us in studio now, we got Big Bryce Williams.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I saw the light, I was baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again. I'm a brand new man.
And also we got Brandon Manning joining us.
I used to be hell on wheels back when I was a younger man. Now my pocket says, oh, you can't do this, boy. But my pride says, oh, yes, you can. I ain't as good as I once was. That's just the cold, hard truth. I still throw a few back, talk a little smack, when I'm feeling bulletproof. So don't double dog carry me now, cause I'd have to call your bluff. I ain't as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
You know, you guys make a lot of guests jealous that you have walk-up songs.
But I mean, like when it all started, like it was just Bryce, and I got jealous. I was like, why do I not have? Why does that guy get one during baseball season, and I'm the only time I talk is baseball? He has the whole year. He gets the whole year. I was like, I just have a select few months. Can I have one, please? And then Shirley's like, yeah, Clip, quit being a butthole. And so finally Shirley got on my side and I got a walk-up song.
And then me and Clip went to work and we recorded a song.
There we go.
Me and Clip still need to record Caden Norman's, but it's a terrible song, so I don't really want to do it.
What's the song?
It's that Jordan Belfort. Like,
that's right.
Get Jordan Belfort.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I think you should change yours to your, what was the guy you were singing the other day? You say you got to throw it in once a show, the wide receiver, Blake Pearl.
Oh, no, that one don't fit me. That song don't fit me.
Superstitious beers. Superstitious beers. You need to write a song called Superstitious Beers.
He's a great communicator.
And that could be your walk-up song.
I will write it. All right, I'll get on that.
Participation. All right, pro day today. Bryce, you participated in a pro day. How was your experience?
It was all right. I didn't have to do too much of the agility stuff, being that I was at the combine. So I was like, I'm going to X-nay some of those. I didn't worry about the bench press there. I reran the 40, and the Broncos scout made me start over 3 times. So I was highly upset because obviously the more you got to start over, the less likely you to run better. So, I was kind of frustrated at that. But routes and stuff went good.
All the pro days I've been to, there's been 3 or 4 players that they blow the whistle and say, come back. You hitched or something. I got to give credit to this group today. I don't think there was one guy that had to start over.
Really? That's
some good. Of the
disciplined.
Some of the cone drills guys had to start over.
Yeah, the cone drills they did, and the shuttle drill, they had there was a lot of slipping going on.
Yeah.
But they tore that turf up today, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I guarantee it.
I think it might have been, I don't want to, but I think it was Mike Edwards. But I think I got hit in the face with some turf or dirt, whatever today.
Yeah.
They were tearing it up,
especially on the grass. But
you remember your 40 time?
No, I will just say my fastest 40 time that was lasered. I think somebody had that when I did a second combine in Tampa. I think it was like a high 4.7. I think was what they had me at. So I was like, I'll take that because the combine one was. You practice and practice, your stance and the start is so important. And then I saw the replay of it. I went, son of a gun. It was totally horrible stance and everything. I ran a terrible time. But I was like, well, whatever.
They used to be able to run when they first did, this is how old I am, but I remember running a 40 in the Murphy Center. There used to be an indoor track area right there. Did you run it inside too?
Yeah, now if we're doing that, hot dog, I was like I think Coach Carnes had me like a 4.61. So I was like,
we used to do 7-on-7s in high school around here, and Coach Rose, who was an insane defensive coordinator we had, pulled me and Mike Hickman from this place downtown in there to run from our school, and I was like, good gracious, that's the fastest I've ever run in my life.
Turf, you're on not turf, but you're
turf, and they gave me track shoes.
Yeah, track spikes, and you're on track. I guess turf. What's it called? I guess turf. No, not turf. Whatever.
No, it's turf. Ish.
It's not grass. It's like is it called? I can't remember.
Synthetic surface.
Synthetic surface, yeah. And then track spikes. Oh, yeah, you'll roll there.
Did scouts talk to you more at the combine, or did they talk to you more here at ECU?
It was, since you had the combine for, several days, you talk to them more so there, Senior Bowl and stuff like that. We had a few scouts, I think, talk to me just here and there. But
when did they tell the Wonderlick and stuff?
That's what I was going to ask. And what's the weirdest question you got?
I never got any weird questions, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping they would, because I would have loved to answer one.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Yeah, I didn't really get any.
They're weirder than that.
Too crazy. Yeah, it's weird. But the Wonderlick was at the combine, and I don't even remember what my score is.
Is that one where C.J. Stroud had a terrible score, and everybody's like,
Jameis Winston too.
Yeah, he's going to be the worst quarterback ever. Turns out, not really.
Yeah. And Bryce Young had one of the best they've ever seen.
Yeah, well, jury's still out on Bryce Young. There's still a lot.
But that Wonderlick test, there's a lot of companies corporately who started doing the Wonderlick and something called a Pop 7. for aptitude on certain. It'll judge you. You put in what your requirement is, and you're like, all right, your level on the Wonderlist test is this score, or you fall below. Like we do it to work at certain places at Farm Bureau. You got to have a Wonderlist score. So I mean, it's just not just football. People do it all the time.
So it's like an aptitude test? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Did y'all ever take aptitude tests in high school?
No.
I don't know what that is.
It's like is that the test where you take it and they're like, you should do this for a living?
Yeah.
Did y'all take any of those?
Now that you mentioned that, I might have.
But that's not really an aptitude test. Is like how good are you at doing certain things.
Oh.
That is like what are your interests are. Hey man, you really love digging with a shovel, so you need to dig with a shovel type of situation.
Yeah, and then they suggest what you should do for your career.
Well, I just took a test that said I should be a pilot. I don't.
There you go.
God, you be in that video I watched the other day. I watched yesterday. It was the
plane crashes.
No. It was the Air Force getting their assignments. Like it was the colleges figuring out which one they were.
And they put it on a projector screen.
They were the nerdiest celebrations you've ever seen a bunch of Caucasian males do, which says a lot.
A friend of mine in high school did that, and I remember he put it on his Snapchat story. Those guys were getting hyped.
Yeah, they were excited. I mean, I've seen that video.
One guy was like Operation Dumbo Drop or something like that. They're just jumping up and down uncontrollably, like, it's not even close to having any. And then the one black guy was like, yes. He was like, oh, we're cool about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it, boys.
Oh, man, good stuff. Pirates baseball series sweep over Memphis.
You know what? I didn't know Clip wasn't going to be here. A few weeks ago, Mark and Clip and me always talked about what's the magic number to get to 40. And I told Mark then, I said, we will get to 40 wins. With our conference, plus maybe the conference tournament, we'll get to 40 wins. And then he's like, no, it's never going to happen. Mark sounded about as negative he's ever sounded. And I told Clip today, I got out the pen and pencil and the calculator last night, Bryce. We sweep at home. Mm-hmm. We win this, and I did this a few years ago. I said, hey, this is how we get.
I remember you doing
this. This is how we get to host. And the cutoff is tonight. We win tonight. We're golden for this. Sweep at home. Win the series away. That means 2 out of 3 away on weekends. Mm-hmm. And then we win the weekdays. We get to 40 wins exactly before the conference tournament.
Dang.
So it again, everybody's like, man, oh my God, the sky is falling. We lost it. Yeah, we did, but we had to grow to get to where we are. That's the good thing about non-conference baseball. It doesn't really. You want to have a better. I would have liked to have had a better record against the teams we played.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. I mean, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, all these SEC teams play unbelievable talent in conference. They're all like 22-1, 20-3 going into their conference. So now they're about to not be that no more.
Yeah.
They're going to beat each other up.
Well, even those non-conference games, you see like a UTSA beat Texas, East Tennessee State beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
I think Mercer beat somebody.
Tennessee has had several close calls, Georgia. Georgia has had several close calls against like nobodies.
Yeah.
Down there. I was watching one and they were like, they're just so cocky. I do not like Georgia's baseball team this year. They're just beyond cocky, beyond acceptable to baseball norm. There's one thing about celebrations and stuff. Me and Mully are on the same page about those sort of things, but Georgia baseball is taken to a whole nother level of in-game celebrations.
Do you think the SEC they're probably going to beat the hell out of each other? That'll help us.
That's what helps. That's what's going to help us. Because all this is sort of like last year we had a very good team. So did Carolina. So did Duke. So did State. So did Coastal.
Yeah.
So did Campbell. Campbell has to win 50 games to host a regional, and then they're going to host in Fayetteville. And last year would have been their year to do that, I think. But we're all so much regionally, we can't all host at the same time.
Yeah.
A lot of the SEC schools are like that as well. They're all not going to – they're going to beat each other up. They're going to go 50, 500 in conference most of the time is great in the SEC. And then they're going to get there and they're at 34, 35 wins. But what are they doing? Because a lot of times they don't even schedule midweek games the last couple of weeks in the SEC because they're, trying. They can't afford. They can't afford to play. They won't play Vanderbilt or Tennessee. Won't play ECU.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks of the season in the midweek. Yeah. Even though I would love that game.
So you laid out the path to 40 wins. What is it about the personnel in this program that you think we can get to 40 wins?
Well, we have guys hitting stride right now in the right way. A few weeks ago, I laid it out, told everybody, I said, hey, man, we got to have Braden Burris in the game. That guy, I mean, there's
8 straight games with a hit.
Yeah, I told everybody he plays with the ECU chip. Whenever we have successful football teams, basketball teams, baseball teams, we always have that blue chip guy that been told their whole life, you're not good enough, you're not big enough, you're not fast enough, you're not strong enough. Then we outwork you, and then we go beat you by those same people, and that's Braden Burris.
Yeah.
That guy gets on base. He makes plays. You know, I hate to say this right now, but he's Riley Johnson 2.0, in my opinion. He gets on base. He does things. He dives into the fence. Which is going to get him hurt. He needs to be a little bit more careful than Riley was about diving into a fence, I think. But that was the spoke in the wheel, so to speak, that kept us turning for the last 3 or 4 years were players like that. I think, Big John Collins finding in line, Peltier finding in line. The pressure is off of Dixon. Dixon's starting to very much just feel freedom in his swing again and not feel pressure with every swing to hit it out of the park so we win a game. And then the other day the pitcher said, you know what, guys? Y'all aren't putting up runs the first 2 games. I got you. Yeah. Pitching staff said, I got you. We won 2 close games, and then on Sunday, bam.
What did you take from, seeing Sean Jenkins go from the Saturday starter spot to seeing D'Lo start on Sunday, just 1 half inning, and then you see Sean Jenkins come in relief, look really good? What was your take from that situation?
I think it gave us a different look. Jenkins obviously has got great stuff at his age. You also look, and we've talked about it, when young kids pitch their freshman season so much, they hit that wall, especially young pitchers. Young hitters, not so much. Young hitters start to figure it out, but young pitchers are like, God, I'm throwing a lot more than I ever have. I've done a lot more. My arm feels numb, so to speak. And I think they did that just right. I wouldn't look too much into D'Lo pitching 1 inning or a half inning like that every time before going on, but I like the way they handled it. I mean, I like the way they're handling him. I mean, they don't want him to keep on getting, beat after throwing 4 innings and giving up 2 runs or 3 runs or 10 runs. They want him to get some confidence and get it going because we're going to depend on him in a tournament situation.
Bryce, you been keeping up with baseball any this season?
What y'all post on Instagram. Yeah, I saw the sweep.
That's my stuff, so I mean.
Thanks to Pirate Radio.
He comes out there and hangs out with us.
I know, and he posts.
You need to bring the youngin out there.
We do want to make a baseball game, don't get me lying. But it's just a matter of figuring out the game schedule between naps, man. Naps rule.
Sunday probably would have been a great one. Noon pitch.
Snap time.
Yeah, good. Well,
time. Yeah.
All right.
Once you get them going now, when you have this hey, he naps from 12 to 2 or 12 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, that's what he's doing. We're not interrupting this.
Yeah.
Just somebody read the book.
I am just surprised by the amount of. I mean, I'm not even talking about small children, like ones that can walk, like newborns, basically, that are out at these games.
Yeah. Everybody but Bryce brings their kids out there.
How many more games we got?
But they got a state midweek coming up soon.
We have 3 home weekend series left.
Are you kidding?
That's it.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's nine wins that we have to have.
All
right.
You and Clip told me about it, but once conference play starts, the workload lightens a little bit.
Well, I got to give a shout out to PJ because I talked to him on Sunday, and he was the one. Him and his wife were the ones that told me that there was only 3 weekend series at home left. And
I know
I was
we have
like, "Are you kidding me?"
FAU after this weekend. Tulane comes here because one of those games is on national TV. We're on ESPNU.
Yeah,
Tulane's one we got to watch out for.
Yeah, and Aaron Fitt of D1 Baseball talked about that before the season. It's ECU is going to get the benefit of the doubt in conference, but that Tulane team is old and they've got a lot of veterans, so that's probably going to be our
on top. We just don't play against them.
Yeah,
we don't play good against. They're the Navy equivalent in baseball.
So the Pirates on the road in the conference just win the series, go 2-1 at least. Listening to Mully earlier, it sounds like we're going to get the sweep this weekend against Rice.
Mully said Rice is bad.
But historically, when I was in college, Rice was it. They were top 3. I remember sitting in the dugout, and they'd throw a Friday night guy throwing 97, Saturday night guy throwing 96, 97, Sunday guy. Everybody they threw was right around 100. I was like, God bless. No wonder I'm sitting
Who was the coach? Graham? He was 90 years old.
90, still going out there getting tossed.
Wayne Graham.
Like Tony La Russa.
Yeah,
second.
He was like the doctor in Field of Dreams when he crossed the line and came back. He looked like that guy.
Jeez. All right, let's go ahead and get in a break. And on the other side, we'll talk more ECU Pro Day, ECU Spring Football getting underway today. Baseball going to Duke. We'll have much more on that. And also Pirate Radio Outdoors right after this on Pirate Radio Live.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Have you tried the new boneless wings from Wings Over Greenville? That's right, Wings Over has all new boneless wings. These juicy, crunchy boneless wings are available in any of their 17 bold flavors, from sweet and tangy to fiery hot. Every craving is covered. And just like in February, Wings Over Greenville is giving you 10% off your entire order when you use the code PIRATE25 online or in the app. Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Visit wingsover.com today and soar into flavor with their new boneless wings. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Rhonda with Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. We are super excited about the Pirate baseball team. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women, and we have a lot of new purple and gold in the store right now from popular brands like Johnny O, Peter Millar, Duckhead, and Gentile. Our attention to every detail means personal service and in-house alterations. We look forward to serving you, our Pirate friends and customers, at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs, like passing that drug test. Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. And whether you've had one of those weeks, or maybe your mother-in-law's in town and you're one passive-aggressive comment away from needing a vacation, if this sounds like you, then come visit our team here at the Holistic Company to help you find the perfect products to ease your stress and promote relaxation. Order our products online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Christy Conway.
Hi, this is Tracy Ayers.
It's a great time to list your home for sale with ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate. Buyers are ready now. Many buyers are expecting interest rates to adjust in 2025, and they're getting ready to start their home search ahead of the spring market when competition increases.
Visit our website at encpiraterealty.com to connect with our experienced team of agents. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio. No one can outwork us.
Like the way you move.
We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home, and your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space moisture controlling, encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's J-Bone.
Thank you, Shirley. Jarrett filling in for Clip Brock. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. Just a little load management today for old Clipper. But yeah, we got the Chan Man, Bryce Williams, and Brandon Manning in studio.
Do you think Clip's listening?
Huh?
You think Clip's listening?
No, I mean, if he's sick, he'd probably just sleep.
He might be asleep.
He wouldn't listen to us.
But we've talked football, we've talked baseball. We just talked a little basketball off the air.
I about had to get on Bryce.
Yeah. Bryce is like, why are we so bad?
We're not
Hold
bad.
your horses, Bryce.
We had the most wins.
We had a good season.
That
this
was
year.
actually the 3 that announced that they were coming back, because I remember we talked about it the other day. That was good.
Did you announce that Jan Farrell is in the
No,
portal?
I have not talked about Jan Farrell entering the portal yet, but I mean, dude was hot and cold. I mean, hey, he was a good shooter for the team we had, but I mean, I think we got the guys staying that we needed.
There was 3 guys you really wanted to keep, and that was Jay Shane Woodard, especially for Clip.
Yeah.
Jordan Riley.
Yeah, I like Jordan Riley.
And then also
Trevion
LeBeau.
But my big thing is Reed Kaysen, just because watching him from the start of the season to the end of the season, like, I mean, I get he was only playing 4 minutes a game, but just the development I saw from him.
His confidence built all year long. And I think he looks young. He does not look like he's a polished. Remember how young Chip Holmgren looked, and he was that skinny?
Yeah,
but
had toothpicks for legs.
Yeah, and that's how I look at Reed Kaysen. But he's obviously not Chet Holmgren, but he's a guy that needs some weights, needs some weight room. I don't know how you put weight on somebody like that either.
I mean, yeah, just eating, lifting weights. But then if you do all that,
how do you fix the toothpick legs, Bryce?
Should he set an alarm and eat peanut
coconut oil?
Yeah,
Coconut oil. Yeah, Chandler's bringing back to my old days. You set an alarm about 2 a.m. during winter workouts. Eat you a peanut butter sandwich, chocolate milk, have a lot of creatine. Go to lift, eat more creatine, more peanut butter. I gained like 13 pounds in a month.
Dang. But I mean, Reed Kaysen's body's fine for the college.
And it was just rock
If I did that, I was going to say, I mean, you're like a Greek god.
Jeez. Yeah, good stuff happening in Minji's with the basketball team.
Well, my apologies.
I donated some money yesterday to the basketball campaign. I mean, it was $10, but still.
Hey, Garrett's going to give you back $10.
That's what I was saying. That's 20 in the pot.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to look at it like that. I mean, I'm a basketball fan because I didn't have a chance to do that. I mean, I played a little bit in high school. I was like, nah, it's just not for me. I'm going to do baseball and football. But I was like, man, I love watching basketball. I do. All the time. Me and Clip talk about it. Love college basketball. It is the best thing out there for me to watch.
Well, how's your bracket looking?
Better than some people's.
Oh. Who do you mean?
I don't know. Morgan Ehlers. I'm better than Morgan, I think.
Are you? I'm on
nice
12 out of 13.
I got the standings on my phone. I can pull them up. But Coach Mack McCarthy in the lead, tied with intern Hayden, which is kind of crazy. And I said to Mac, it's crazy. Like a girl that has no idea what she's picking is tied for first with a guy who coached in the Sweet 16. But
so I do 2 brackets for the same company, construction company in town. They've been doing it for 100 years. I do 2 brackets every year because it's $10 per sheet, 2 sheet max. I was like, all right, I'll do it. My other one that I sent y'all guys, you won. I just made a copy of it and sent you one. My other one is killing it.
Really?
Doing great. Oh yeah, doing great.
But yeah, let's see. Brandon, you are in 10th.
Tied with me.
10th, tied with Chandler and Mark Alexander. And Bryce, you were in 12th, tied with Wes Hines, Hunter Ellerby. And you're ahead of Brody Alexander, Mark's son.
Yes, I mean, I'm not last.
No, not last. It's just...
But hey, the fat lady ain't sang yet, so I got hope, do I not?
She's starting to warm up.
Who'd you have winning?
The cool schools are about to win now.
Auburn?
The cool schools are coming.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. St. John's was my winner, so I'm pretty much out of it. But sitting in 8th right now.
Who did Mack have winning it?
He had Florida, Houston. I think he has Houston winning it all.
Did anybody have Duke winning it all other than me?
I have Duke in the championship.
Grayson had Duke winning it all. Grayson, why do you think Duke's going to win the whole thing this year?
That was an emotional pick because I'm a Duke fan. So,
yeah.
But they're also just good like that.
Yeah, they're like that.
They like that for sure.
So they're
but they not like
right
us. They not like us. They don't have a J. Shane Woodard.
Yeah,
we do. But yeah, good stuff. Let's go ahead and do Pirate Radio Outdoors. Hit that music. Put up the graphic. Pirate Radio Outdoors is brought to you by Stroud Marine. Stroud Marine in Greenville is your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now is the perfect time to get your boat ready with the weather warming up. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices, plus they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media, and remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more info, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strauds Marine, your best source for salvaged outdoor parts. Bryce, what you been doing outside?
Well, finally, after the past few weeks, I've been servicing the boat, getting it ready for the warmer weathers, doing all that typical service, and I was able to go fish Friday, and we'll say I didn't get skunked. It wasn't the best day. It was blowing a dang gale, literally like 20
Did you catch your target species?
I did catch my target species. Do not ask me how many.
What species was it though?
Speckled trout.
Okay, all right. Well, they're hitter.
Did you get one?
Yeah.
Did you catch dinner's all that matters. He caught dinner.
I caught dinner. There we go.
Bryce, it's not in season. You didn't catch dinner.
Oh, well.
Jeez, I caught you. Entrapment.
Hypothetically.
Police, he's right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
But we're going to take the boat out running, and I guess I put everything back together and put all the fluids where they should be because the boat is running like a top. So I was able to go trout fishing, and yeah, I was doing that, and I did a lot of gardening or landscaping, not gardening, landscaping, and actually I did plant one blueberry brush. So I've been in the, in the water, and then looking forward to get back on the water and getting my hands dirty.
You got a lot of grass? You got to cut a lot of grass at your place?
About an acre.
You have
that's my thing.
I got zero turn.
I got a zero turn. I spread mulch, planted some hydrangeas, some other little things for Anna.
What color do you think they're going to be, the hydrangeas? Because you know that depends on your soil.
Anna got limelight.
So it depends on, they can change colors depending on the soil acidity.
Well, I don't know. Hopefully
soil.
Gets
I thought you meant like his soul.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, flowers have
He knew what I was talking about. Me and him are on the same
wavelength.
Got it. And this is funny. I was talking about landscaping. You know, when your wife says, like, I think we should do this. I think we should outside. I think we means me.
Yes. Well,
definitely.
When they get a little older and your kids get a little older, then they can come outside and do a little bit. But right now, son, you can't both be outside.
Yeah.
I went and listened to some turkey birds Saturday morning. Just woke up, said, "Hey, are y'all talking yet?" And they
so
were.
What time did you hear them in the roost?
So I got out there 6. I mean, if you're hunting, you need to be out there about 6:15 or 6. So by still,
in the morning.
Yeah. About 6:35, I opened the truck. Mason's sitting right there like, it's cold. So I left the truck door open so I could kind of make sure he wasn't dying in there. And about 6:35, they sounded off. And I said, Mason's here. And he said, yeah. So we listened to them for a few minutes, and then we went and checked some other fields and make sure they were where they're supposed to be, getting ready for the upcoming gobbler season.
Yeah. Dang.
So
I need to go take a listen, but
if you're there by 6:30 to 6:45, I mean they're not on the ground till around 7:15. 7:15, they're definitely on the ground looking around. If it's real windy, they might stay in there a little bit more.
When does this start?
So youth season and youth week. Typically, y'all do some advertising for the Pirate Classic. It's a youth turkey hunting thing. If you got kids in the outdoors, go sign up for that. It's pretty good. Everybody gets a youth prize, free Sam Jones sandwich.
Ooh.
Do something. Y'all should get up with Miles about that, and Sam. They do that pretty good. Typically, they're on here talking about it.
Okay.
But that's the first Saturday in April. And then the second Saturday is opening season for adults. And that whole week is youth week, so to speak. So only kids can shoot.
So you can still go out there.
Yeah, I just don't let my son with a shotgun in the woods at 9 years old. But.
Well, I don't know the
I mean,
rules
my
of these
son could
things.
probably handle it, but
It's not like they're dropping off at school. All right, have a good day. I'll be carpool's at 3.
Mason, there's some nabs in your vest, son. Be back later.
I mean, hey, you never know. So you can't shoot until the second week.
And you cannot hold the gun.
Correct. So that's what I was telling Bryce. You can't just put a pasty in the child's mouth that are real quiet and hold the baby near the gun and shoot. No,
I think
I don't need a baby near a gun
I
anyways.
could give him, the 410's the big rave.
Yeah, the TSS with the 410s.
I don't think a 410 with kick Davis too bad.
I don't need to put that TSS in there. But I mean, I don't. We don't have a 410.
So what if the kid needs help with the gun?
You can hold. You can help them hold it and stuff. They have to pull the trigger.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Shoot him. Shoot him.
So like Mason,
the youngest, that you took him.
I started taking him turkey hunting with me when he was 6. He shot at one when he was 7, not successfully. Strike one. And then when he was 8, he started shooting, more than one, multiple.
What does he shoot? 20 gauge, I'm assuming.
20 gauge with some. I put one TSS, like the blend, because you can go out there a little bit further.
Yeah.
And then I followed up with 2 cheaper because they're $10 a shell.
They are proud of them.
I don't want him shooting 3 of them.
You don't pattern your shotgun with TSS.
No, I pattern with like birdshot actually.
Yeah.
7.5.
I was wondering about that because I need to pattern mine.
Because if the blend are 6, 7, 8s, so if you put in some birdshot with 7.5 and you're sighting in at 25 yards, in theory is pretty close, and that's obviously a really cheap load.
Yeah.
You can shoot a whole box of those for what one shell shoots TSS.
Is there a limit on turkeys you can kill?
2 bearded birds a year.
Not 2 in the same day. Can't
That's
shoot
right.
2 in the same day, but 2 beers.
Unless it's accidental and you can, back it up.
Like one shot, 2 kills?
Yeah, you can. That happens from time. I mean, they come in and they're all just doing like this.
Yeah, that's true.
Beside each other.
So if you kill one morning, you're done.
That morning, yeah.
And
then you go fishing.
Then you go fishing because you could literally.
That's what I said. Then what do you do?
Oh yeah, because you
Go get a sausage dog or cheese biscuit. And then you hang out.
What
at
if
the
you
store.
kill 2 back-to-back days?
You're done for the year.
You're done for the year.
Which is the goal. Which I love.
No, trust me. I'll be like, I do enjoy calling for other people and doing everything, but I would love to just be. I mean, after the first, second day, if I shoot a lot of times I won't take a gun. If I'm calling, hey, Bryce, come me.
You'll still go out there?
I'll just call them in. That's the fun part's not shooting them. Fun part's calling them in.
Oh, it's hearing them gobble.
Fun part's when they sneak up behind you.
Then someone says, "Where's your gun at?"
You don't know. You don't know they're coming. Like everything got real quiet. It's like this. Real quiet. Like all behind you. You just know.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh,
then you do this number, or you hear that spit and drum, but it's like that right there, and you're like, you can't see them. They're there. They're there.
Chandler, you go hunting, fishing?
I do not. My brother does. So I've never gotten into hunting. I got into the sports life.
Yeah.
So,
You're still a sportsman.
I'm a sportsman.
Yeah, you're still a sportsman.
But I know ball. I don't know.
There we go.
But my brother is the hunter in the family.
The gatherer.
Yes.
You know.
And the fisherman. He's the outdoorsman.
Yeah.
All right, well, good stuff. That was Pirate Radio Outdoors brought to you by Stroud's Marine. We'll go ahead and take a break and come back and, we'll talk some more Pro Day. Probably hear from Rajay Harris when we get back and his comments after today's ECU Football Pro Day. We'll be back with more Pirate Radio Live after this.
Ahoy Greenville! Prepare to set sail for the 18th annual Pirate Fest on Saturday, April 5th from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Greenville Town Common. The festivities begin at 11 a.m. with the Parade of Pirates. Then beginning at 1 p.m., it's great beach music from the Embers. At 3 p.m., Cooper Greer takes the stage. And at 5 p.m., it's Captain Mike and Shipwrecked with a Jimmy Buffett tribute. Visit our unique food trucks, eclectic vendors, and immerse yourself in pirate festivities. For more details, visit piratefestnc.com.
Hey folks, March Madness is here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we're going mad with our huge discounts and savings on our 24 Ram 2500, over $10,000 off. Also, 10% off remaining 2024 Jeep Wranglers and 15% off any remaining 24 Jeep Gladiators. Also, we have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, over 80 to pick from. We are the premier used car dealer in Eastern North Carolina. cars starting at $7,999 and up. Remember, drive a little, save a lot.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and I'm inviting you to join me for the First Step 5K and 1 Mile Fun Run in Grimesland, April 19th, beginning at 9 a.m. All proceeds go to support Haven at Blue Creek, a women's rehabilitation center committed to providing a safe and nurturing environment for women overcoming addiction. The 5K features a run, ruck, or walk, a 1 mile fun run, plus refreshments and bounce houses for the kids. As a former resident of Haven, I know how much your support will help the women in our community who are rebuilding their lives. To register, go to runsignup.com and let's make a difference together.
Winter is here, but Strauss Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StraussMarine.com. Strauss Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 208516.
Overtime's Tavern is officially open in downtown Greenville. Whether you're craving a cold drink, hot meal, or just a place to unwind with friends in a laid-back atmosphere, we've got you covered. Join us daily from 11 a.m. to midnight every day, or stick around for our late-night hours on the weekends. Follow Overtime Tavern on Facebook or Instagram for daily specials and events, including live music. OT's is right across from the Sheets on Charles Boulevard in downtown Greenville. Overtime's Tavern, where every hour feels like overtime.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Danny Beal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was easy to work with when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. ansonbelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailers Show.
This is Mac McCarthy, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chronic joint pain hovers. You never know when it's going to rear its ugly head, and that goes for David Garrard, too. And this is why the medical professionals at QC Kinetics take their job so seriously. When they treat patients like David Garrard, they are delivering long-term relief, treatments without surgery or downtime. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today. Call them at 252-765-PAIN. That's 252-765-PAIN. And are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience, and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. Call them today at 252-714-2076. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's J-Bone.
Thank you, Shirley. Y'all watch any NBA lately?
No, none.
I'm assuming you don't either. Jimmy Butler goes back to Miami tonight. That's going to be an interesting one.
No.
All right. Yeah, we had Pro Day today. We were able to talk to Rajay Harris. Bryce, how big of a fan have you been of Rajay Harris these last couple of years?
Big one.
My bad.
I knew that was going to happen.
You knew it was going to happen, but you didn't say anything.
I didn't know if you had turned it back on or not.
I have a good relationship with Rajay, big fan of him. Him and I always chatted up, when I go out to practice and stuff, and always very inviting gentleman he is, and obviously a great player. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens with him and his future professional career. So hope the best for him.
Yeah, he was out there killing it today. We were able to talk to him, and can we hear from Rajay Harris one more time?
All right, Rajay, how you think you went out there today?
I feel great, man. I got to give all the glory to God, man, and my family and friends, man, just to come out to support me. Drove 5 hours, man, and just come support me. I feel great. I just got to give all the glory to God, man.
Kind of, I guess, prepare for this moment all season since you
Yep.
got done. So, I don't know what's it like getting out here and really realizing your dream to an extent.
Well, man, it's great, man. I remember throwing the ball in the backyard by myself, man, and just coming out here living my dream, man. It's definitely great, man. Just seeing all these teams come out here, man, just to, give us a shot, man. That's all I need is a shot. I just need a pink in the door, man. And they came out. Hopefully I did what I did to give me a shot, man. Like I said, man, give God the glory.
Do you remember the moment that kind of NFL dream started for you in your childhood?
Yeah, man, watching my dad. My dad was a 4-2 guy up there at Spartan High, man. So I always knew that I had it in my genes. I just knew I had to go out there and do it, man. And God already had the story written. I just had to go out here and perform, which I think I did. So give him the glory.
When preparing for the day, what did you want to focus on the most?
My vertical and my 40. They wanted to see my 40, see how fast I was, which I think I did a pretty good job in running my 40. I don't know the times, but I really think I did a great job on my 40, man.
We saw your boy Keaton out here.
Oh yeah, K3.
What kind of advice did he give you for today?
He just told me to go out there and play ball. That was really it. Keaton already know what I done did in track and field and football. We ran track growing up together, so he already knew I could prepare my body and my mind. So just coming out here to do what I do and just being icy.
What do you mean to have your teammates? They're kind of acting like the peanut gallery up in the stands, especially during the 40. Did you kind of notice them at all?
Yeah, man, I'm glad they came out, man. A big support system, man. That's just the culture here at East Carolina, man. I didn't expect nothing else, man. I knew they was going to be loud, shouting, man. They still is shouting out here, man. So big shout out to the whole Pirate Nation, man, for just coming out supporting all the Pirates, not just me. I love them, man. I love Pirate Nation. I miss them.
What's an NFL team getting out of you? We know what you're like, but what would they be getting out of you?
All around back, man. A great character guy, a guy that's faith-driven. Can't take no for an answer, man. I'm just so driven, man. I'm ready to just show what I can do. Like I said, all I need is an opportunity, man. I'm one of the best guys that's in this draft, man.
What's your schedule leading up to the draft, and afterwards, what do you really want to focus on now that you're done with this?
Schedule, man. All I know is work, man. So we just getting back to the drawing boards. Going back, flipping the page after this. It's a new chapter now, man. And, man, going to chase my dreams. That's all I'm thinking about right now.
That was Rajay Harris after his pro day today at East Carolina. He talked about Keaton was there giving him advice. Who was somebody your last year that you knew had already graduated that gave you a lot of advice? Or did you have anybody?
Not too many, but Hardy came out during that time. Not during pro day, but I saw him. I think it was that spring ball. I was at a practice, and he was coming there, and him and I were just talking about it, because he already had a year under his belt in the NFL. So him and I just were talking about everything. And the really big thing is, being confident, work hard, keep your head down, and, control what you can control, because that's, at the end of the day, that's obviously that anybody can do. So it's an exciting time. I remember how fun it was, doing, pro day and just everything leading up to that. I'm super blessed to be able to do what I was able to do to make it to the top, in college football with Combine, Senior Bowl. And so, Roger said, it's all, God's plan and stuff. So I'm hoping the best for him, especially what he's overcome, during his time here at ECU with that injury. And he definitely bounced back and has just made a huge, improvement even from what he did in his younger years at ECU. So I hope he just embraces it. All those guys embrace it. Try not to let it get, too stressful for you, because what's going to happen is going to happen. But when you get the opportunity to, hopefully get to a team, just, be confident and just do your thing and play ball.
Yeah, great stuff on the horizon for Rajay Harris. Can't wait to see what happens with him and his football future. We are going to take our final break of the day. And going into break, we have a giveaway. The Harlem Globetrotters are coming to Minges Coliseum, and we are giving away 2 lower-level tickets to caller number 1. So 252-317-1250 for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Harlem Globetrotters. We'll be back after this break to wrap up today's edition of Pirate Radio Live.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue electric, plumbing, and air.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. And on the last Sunday of every month, Doug Henry is open. Your weekend just got a little easier when you're looking for a car, because you can shop at Doug Henry of Greenville on Sundays. Visit Doug Henry for the biggest selection of used cars. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Mention Pirate Radio for $500 off any vehicle. Right on the corner and always right on the price. Doug Henry of Greenville. Go Pirates!
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Hey folks, March Madness is here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we're going mad with our huge discounts and savings on our 24 Ram 2500, over $10,000 off. Also, 10% off remaining 2024 Jeep Wranglers and 15% off any remaining 24 Jeep Gladiators. Also, we have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, over 80 to pick from. We are the premier used car dealer in Eastern North Carolina. Cars starting at $7,999 and up. Remember, drive a little, save a lot.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Volova with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
Pirate Radio.
And you, lad?
I'm Peter.
That's not a pirate name. What about Dastardly Jim, eh?
No.
Very well. In punishment for lack of an interesting pirate name, Peter shall walk the plank.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was up 4 points and closed today at 42,587. The NASDAQ was up 83 points at 18,271. The S&P rose 9 points and finished the day at 5,776. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show. Here's J-Bone.
Thank you, Shirley. Shout out to Josh Allen, winner of the 2 Harlem Globetrotter tickets. I guess when I'm hosting, I just bring out the stars. I'm just must-see TV. It don't matter if you're a $700 million quarterback. No, but hopefully Clip is back tomorrow. I had fun doing this, and thank you to Ellerby for letting me do this. Thanks to Chandler for covering me going to practice.
Yeah.
Thanks to Mully, Brandon Manning. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you to Mack. Thank you to everybody tuning in today. It was good stuff.
Yeah,
Great job,
man.
I
Seriously,
appreciate it. Yeah,
great job today.
Daggum, what? Fourth quarter, you get called in.
Yeah.
And you take it home.
And people are probably thinking, "Oh, this is a rookie." No, you have.
experience.
You have experience from hosting at WZMB for a 3-hour show.
Yeah, and I mean that was more of just like my schizophrenic brain. Just like I was on the air by myself for 3 hours, just talking about whatever I wanted to. It was essentially just me talking to myself. This is a lot harder, having to hit breaks and make sure I do ad reads. And speaking of ad reads, shout out to Brandon Manning. His appearance is brought to you by Brandon Manning at Farm Bureau. Now is the perfect time for a review of your home, auto, or life insurance with a trusted and experienced agent. Call ECU grad Brandon Manning with Farm Bureau Insurance at 531-1812. Brandon's clients always have his cell phone number, and he is available before or after business hours. Call Brandon today at 531-1812 to schedule a review and to get a free quote.
Good stuff.
Good job, Bone.
Thank you. Had a great time at Pro Day. Pro Day was fun.
That was a lot of fun. And it was a long 2 hours, but it was great seeing everybody that we have been seeing for 4 or 5 years.
And like it just felt important. Like I was a part of something important.
Yeah.
Like people's futures are being decided, and I get to take video of that.
Yep. Great job, Bob.
Your videos were good, by the way.
I appreciate it. Shout out to Chandler, Hayden, and Jenny also grabbing some videos. Yeah,
you're welcome.
Everybody's doing a great job here at Pirate Radio, and I'm very appreciative to have a job here, and very appreciative that you joined today, that you were on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So, yep, that's it for this Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same channel, 3 to 6, 92.7 FM on the radio, and Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. Jeff Charles